morning. Welcome to Sewing Street with me, Vicky Carroll. We've got a jam-packed day again for you. A gorgeous day, in fact. 2 guests today, which is so exciting. We've got Katharine joining me this hour, and later on, Jayne Brogan's going to be joining me for a machine hour at 11. Those of you that haven't met Katharine yet, it's the first live show today, so it's the first chance that you've got to get involved and interactive. So I'll show you how you get involved in a bit. Should we start, though, as we always do, with our early bird special, and it's a good one today. We've only ever had, I think, 1 sewing machine bag, and I think it's really important, especially as all of us may be dusting off sewing machines or getting new sewing machines through lockdown and starting sewing, and maybe it's your lockdown resolution that you want to do a workshop to get to know your machine or to start a new hobby or start a new skill. So we've got your sewing machine bag. Now, every time we bring the red sewing machine bag on, it sells out. I have to do almost like a megaphone from the rooftops every time it comes back into stock. So we've got some more. We've got, in fact, 2 early bird specials today because we've got 2 different colours. I say 2 different colours. They're both black, which is great, very practical, but also we've got one with the lovely sort of turquoise, minty green, and also the one with the purple. So I'll show you them both now because they're both the same price. They're both early bird specials, but we did say, look, if we're going to have one, we've got to have the other as well. We've got to have some choice. How much money would you pay for a sewing machine bag? A lovely quality one like this. I mean, it's got a really nice sturdy handle. It's got extra compartments at the front. It's got lovely detail with the little scissors. It can fit and look after your lovely machine, so it's going to keep it nice and protected if you're storing it away. If you haven't got a dedicated sewing room, it's nice to be able to keep it nice and lint and dust free. So how much are you thinking it's going to be? Because I know that I've seen kits in the past to make your own sewing machine bag, and you can still be looking sort of between £40, £50. Bearing in mind, some of the machines that we stock, obviously, a lot of money. You're investing in great machines. You want a lovely machine bag. The price on this does not reflect the quality of it. I had no idea how on earth we've managed to get it at such a special price. So we tried to have a bit of a look elsewhere. And we sort of didn't go to the really high end. We actually thought, no, let's try and find quite a competitive comparison. And we thought, actually, do you know what? This is a reasonable price. Have a look at this. So the first picture is from John Lewis, £32. It's lovely. I'm not sure whether that fabric's wipeable. It might be, and that might be why it's a little more expensive. I'm not sure. But we actually didn't go to the higher end machine bags. That was actually quite a reasonable price. Middle of the range. It's the same size as ours, without a couple of centimetres or inches. So it's £32. I think that is really reasonable when you're looking at a big sewing machine bag. It's got extra pockets, remember. It's got the double zip, so you're able to open it right out to get to your machine. I will give you the full dimensions as well in a moment so you can see that it fits your machine, but it is a gorgeous bag. Here's another price comparison. We found another machine bag. This one, so essential, very, very similar. Very similar indeed. And that one is £21.60. So better price again. That's still good. I love doing a bit of a comparison. I always do it. I know you probably do it at home as well. So we wanted to just show you that. We're going to start with this lovely mint green. It's gorgeous. Black and turquoise. And the lining is all this gorgeous turquoise colour as well. But practical, isn't it? How is it £15.99? Honestly, this will be one of the quickest early bird sellouts, I predict. You've got space at the front, as I say, to keep any of your patterns or your notions, any of your marking tools, rotary cutters, anything you're taking to your workshops. Maybe your instructions for your manual, you can keep them in there. But as I say, it folds right down. This one will probably fit any of your sort of smaller machines, ones that you're likely to pack away or take to a workshop. Let's face it, if you've got the 780 plus that we're looking at later on today, you're probably not going to be lugging that to workshops back and forth or to your holiday home or something like that. That might be something that you just keep set up in your sewing workshop or your sewing room, and that's it. Whereas these smaller machines, it's ideal for that. So that's £15.99. I am going to introduce the other one just so that you can then make your choice. But remember, this one is going to be they're both going to be very popular. They're both the same price. So the purple They're both the same size. They've got the little feet on the bottom as well, so you're not clunking your machine down onto the ground. It's going to protect the base of your machine. The height of this, if you want to jot this down so you can measure that it will fit with your machine, is 32 centimetres. The width of it is 46. Oh no, sorry. I just did the depth. So the depth is 21 centimetres. And then along the top, that's the width. And that's 46. Sorry. It's in the description on the web. So hang on, it's 31, 32. Right, jot this down now. Scribble out everything else. I hope you've used your friction pen. Height, 32. Width, 46. Depth, 21. It's early, guys. It's early. I'm not very good with my height, width, depth, as you can tell. I always, has anybody else made any really bad lockdown choices of buying something and not looking at the dimensions? I've had so many. I went to buy like a new laundry basket and it came one of those little pen baskets. It was hilarious. I was like, this can't be that package that I ordered. It was these tiny little things. I've seen on Facebook people who have bought doll's house furniture thinking they've got a really good price, and it's actually they're thinking it was normal size furniture. It's actually for a doll's house. Deary me. I did it with lampshades as well. I've done it so many times during lockdown. I'm not buying anything online again. So there you go. They are the dimensions, I promise. $15.99. Just so you know, the black and purple, there's less than 20 of these now remaining. It's lovely with the purple lining as well. Remember, you've got that extra pocket. Lovely detail as well with the scissor key ring. That's really nice, isn't it? And it is cushioned as well. It is cushioned. It's really lovely. It's going to protect your machine. And I think a lot of us, I've been speaking to lots of people who have gotten into sewing during lockdown and saying, right, I'm going to do a class to get to know my machine, or I'm going to start doing workshops or retreats or classes, or maybe we start thinking about going to caravan or mobile home or second home or to visit a relative. And I know a lot of people who don't like going on holiday without doing some sewing. So it's nice to be able to take your machine, especially, you know, if you haven't. Don't get me wrong, as I say, some of these bigger machines are quite hard to pull around, whereas a smaller machine like the 550, 560, 570, do check the dimensions on the description on the web if you do want to just triple check that your machine will fit in it. But it's lovely, isn't it? As I say, we haven't really bought to you many sewing machine bags, have we? Just for storage at home. Unlike, I know a lot of people are in the same boat as me, is that I haven't got a lot of space, to be honest, and I sew on my dining room table, so when it comes to dinner time, I am sometimes forced to put it away. Quite a lot of time I do end up sitting and eating my dinner on my knee because I refuse to put my sewing machine away. But if you don't have a dedicated sewing machine space and you need to put it away, or you want to keep it lint and dust free, you want to look after it, you're only sewing on a Sunday, it's nice to be able to store it away nice and safely. So the 550 is the one that I've got in here at the moment, and it fits really nicely, and there's space for fat quarters, there's space for some more fabric in there, which is always lovely, isn't it? It can get quite cumbersome, you know, though, when you're off to a workshop. And I took my machine with me when I first started learning to sew, because I wanted to learn on my machine, so then I could go home and learn. And I was carrying around so many different bags trying to fit it, whereas it's lovely that it's got that pocket on the front. Obviously, lots of machines come with like a hard case or a soft case, but without pockets. So it's lovely this has got a nice, strong handle with the reinforced Velcro grip, and you've then got the pocket on the front as well. It's just a smart bag, isn't it? It's lovely. Even in the back of the car. I know that Kat, she literally has a machine just in the back of her car. In case she needs to sew in the car, yeah, no, Paul. Because she sews here and she's taking it to her parents' house, so she's from different places to the theatre. She works in theatre, so when she was working in the theatres in costume, she would take her machine. So her machine isn't really, she definitely needs one of these. In fact, it's her birthday on Saturday, guys. I think Yeah, I think we should get her a sewing machine bag. This is lovely in the turquoise as well, isn't it? It's really nice in turquoise. I must say, when I'm lugging things in and out of my car, they just get dirty. You go in here, there and everywhere. So it's really nice and practical as well that it's, you know, not a light colour. And don't get me wrong, I love the red one, but red isn't for everybody, is it? This would be a lovely gift idea for someone that, you know, maybe starting out sewing or going off to classes. $15.99, both of them available. Obviously, I would love to stay and talk about this for the whole hour, but we've got Katharine eagerly awaiting in the wings. So check out your baskets. Remember, it's only one P&P all day long today. If you've never shopped with us before, then this is how you do it. Do not go anywhere. We're literally having a tiny little break to get Katharine on, and I will see you with her right after this. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Hello, welcome back, Katharine. It's so lovely to finally meet you in person.
It's great to be here.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. Despite the early hour.
Oh, I know. You say you haven't seen this. This has been a long time since the alarm went off this early, but it's great to have you. Thank you for joining us so early as well. Those of you that have met Katharine before, because you've done a few other demonstrations, you've sent us videos, haven't you?
That's right. Been in to do a couple of demos. Yeah, absolutely.
But if you haven't met Katharine before, please get all of your messages in. It's the first time that she's here live interactive. So if you've got any questions or any comments during the demonstration as well, studio@sewingstreet.com is the email address, studio@sewingstreet.com. So for this, Katharine, we sent you this book. This is a brand new book to us actually, and it's the Beginner's Guide to Bag Making. Now you're sort of multi-skilled. You do a bit of everything, don't you?
I do, a bit of all sorts. I don't do massive amounts of bags.
Okay.
So this was nice because it was a beginner's one. The actual sewing in it wasn't too hard.
Okay.
And it was nice because you got to handle a lot of hardware, which is what I'm going to show you today, how to cope with all your different hardware.
And I think actually that takes it to another level and gives you a real professional finish, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
The book is absolutely lovely as well. You've got so many great projects, and as you say, lots of hardware, which even though it's a beginner's book, you're going to learn so many great techniques that are really transferable, and different fabrics as well. So along with the book, don't forget, this is the bag that we're making, by the way. Along with the book, don't forget you'll always have YouTube to reference back to. So if you get the book today and you're getting this project, you'll be able to go back to YouTube, today's show, and watch all of Katharine's tips as well. She's going to go through some of the more difficult parts. Also, all of your patterns are at the back, ready to trace out. So they're all at the back. It's all on one sheet, so you'll be able to trace those out. Don't cut them out because you want to make sure that you've got them all there. Right, so we'll get to know Katharine as well as we go along, but I just want to show you the hardware bundle first. So you get swivel clips, you get eyelets, you get your tool set. Let me go through it, in fact, exactly what you're getting. So 2 of your swivel clips. You then also get 2 of your magnetic clasps. You get a pack of eyelets. You get a tool for the eyelets, and you get a zip. So you get all of that included at $17.99. We're focusing on hardware today, so this is an important bundle. This is a great bundle to learn some new skills as well, if you haven't already. Maybe you've made tote bags and just started out, but that's going to take it a really nice professional finish to the next level. The mustard bundle is the one that you've already made up, isn't it? And For anybody who's not worked with PU before, what would you say? Is it something to, because I always sort of avoid, I always think, oh gosh, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to manage it.
It's a little bit scary,
Okay.
but walking foot, if you have
Yeah.
a walking foot, you've got no problems. The main
Brilliant.
thing with it is you can't pin it.
Yeah.
Because obviously it makes holes in it. But you can use things like double-sided quilter's tape to hold things in place.
Yeah, good idea.
Little clips here,
Yeah.
like I've done on this, that holds it all in place.
Yeah.
And then you can handle it just like normal fabric.
Amazing. Now, the one that you're working with does have actually PU in it as well, so we'll talk through that more so. So you get, with this, 1 metre of your PU in mustard, which is extra wide, 1/2 metre of your indigo, and then you also get 1 metre of your lining fabric, which is gorgeous. And remember, definitely make the most of the hardware bundle as well, because it does give you such a lovely finish. We'll have a good look at the bag in a moment. That's the one. That's the one obviously that we made. This is the one that Katharine is working with. So it's with cotton canvas. I really like the mixture of the PU with the cotton canvas.
I do. It's nice to sew as well, that with having both of them.
Right.
And I would say if you are a beginner, it's possibly slightly easier to have the combination of fabrics than to have 2 PU fabrics.
Right, okay, brilliant. So you've got, on this one, the black PU, which I'm guessing, is this for the base, or is this the main body? That's the base, so
It's
that's
for the
1/2
contrast bit at the bottom.
I like having that you can wipe it as well. That's nice to have, the PU bottom. Then you also have got 1 metre of coral. It's cotton canvas, gorgeous quality and a lovely colour. And then you also have your lining, which is cotton poplin, rose and hubble. So that's your lining, 1 metre of that. £19.99, great value, really nice bundle. 2.5 metres of fabric in total. So where are we going to start, Katharine?
Okay, so I have cut everything out ready. I traced my pattern out of the back, and because there are a lot of them on there, so I traced it off and cut everything out. So you've got 2 large pieces, one for your main colour and one for your lining.
Right.
And then from your contrast, from your PU, we've got the bottom band and the base. And then you've also got to do a base for your lining. There's a few little different bits and bobs.
Now you've interfaced them as well.
So yes, so on the outside of the bag, we've got the medium interfacing.
Right.
And on the lining of the bag, we've attached the softer.
Okay, so that's your H640. So your iron-on medium interfacing. 1 packet enough?
Oh yes,
1
easily.
metre?
It was easily enough. Yes.
Amazing. So you have your 1 metre of interfacing hemline available, and also the H640. That's your iron-on, £3.99. It's great to just have anyway in your stash. And then H640, which is, it's a fusible fleece, really, isn't it?
Yes. So it just gives you a little bit of padding, actually. It's nice.
Gives you a nice
It makes
little
a
bit of
nice
body.
feel on the end, on the bag at the end.
And again, you get a whole metre of that, so that's more than enough at £9.99. Thank you.
Okay, so I prepped all of that ready, and this is not particularly difficult sewing, which is why I got this bit ready in advance, so that I could show you the trickier bit. So if you just see, the first part that you're going to sew together is you're going to sew your main fabric and band, and I've top stitched along as well, just to make it look smart, because I'm a big fan of top stitching.
Yeah.
Makes things look really good.
Yeah,
Always does, gives it a great finish. And the same with the lining. When you sew your lining together, you need to make sure you leave a little hole in the side, so that when we put it all together, we can turn it through.
So with turning through with a bag, do you tend to leave it bigger? It's going to be quite a lot to turn through. How big do you tend to leave that gap?
It did say 20 centimetres in the instructions. That's not quite 20 centimetres, is it? So, yeah, the instructions say 20 centimetres. I never measure anything. I always go, oh yeah, about that much. So it'll be fine. But what I thought I'd show you first is the pocket.
Right, so where is the
So the pocket is just on
bag?
the inside, attached to your lining. It's kind of useful to have an inside pocket, isn't it?
Your keys
Put
and
your
things,
purse
that's
for
it.
extra security. So I'm going to show you how to put the zip in your pocket. I've got the zipper foot on the machine. Now this is one of those things that you've got to think about how it's going to look when you have sewn it, because it's really easy to put it on the wrong way.
Right.
And this pocket has got, it's got like a top bit and a bottom bit.
Right.
Your pocket like that when it's done.
It's a metal zip as well, isn't it?
It is.
You have to be a bit
nice
more...
and strong.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you use a bag, there's quite a lot of pressure put on certain points. So yeah, metal zip will work well. So we've got the zipper foot on. I have just pinned it into place. As usual, I got my pins the wrong way around. It's so annoying when that happens, isn't it? And we're just going to go along the edge with this really lovely
fancy machine.
It's a really fancy machine. I know, I'm like in awe of it today because I'm loving it.
We do have that coming up at 11 o'clock. Jayne Brogan's going to be joining me later with a brand new offer as well. It's the 780. It's lovely. It's nice and quiet, isn't it?
It's really quiet. Okay, so there you can see we've got top part of the zip. I'm just going to finger press that back for now. And then we're going to lay it on that way to do the underneath part so that when it's sewn, we've got it the right way around. It's always good to think about how's it got to look when it's finished, because so much with sewing, you're doing it the wrong way round and inside out, aren't you? So you've got to try and envisage what it's going to be like when it's done, and then you'll get it right. But of course, the good thing about sewing, I always think, Vicky, is that you can always undo it if you go wrong and have another go.
So are you trying to sew as close to the zip as possible?
I am. So your zipper foot gets you nice and close to the metal. You've got a little bit of a gap going on, just so that the fabric doesn't get caught. There we go. So you can see how that's going to be the front of your pocket.
People get scared of zips actually, and that's just a breeze. Yeah.
Zips aren't that bad really, and this is nice because you can't. If you wanted to, you could top stitch along there.
Yeah, that'd look nice.
And make it look nice if you wanted. Okay. So, and then I'm going to do that up. You've got to be careful with this bit that you don't hit your metal when you get there. But we're going to put, this is the back part of your pocket, which does look like it doesn't quite fit, but that happened with my demo one as well. It doesn't really matter because you can just trim it off. Yes, I've lost my pins. Okay, we'll put one there and one there just to hold it in place.
If you need
so
some
we're
more,
just going to stitch all the way around this part, but you can leave the top edge open.
Okay, what's the seam allowance with this project?
The seam allowance is 1 centimetre, so pretty much the edge of your machine foot.
Right.
Yeah, not as big as a dressmaking one.
Now, are you keeping your zipper foot on to do this?
I am for this, just because I can feel where the metal is to go over.
Right.
And I don't want to hit those. And then I'm going to swap it. So move it over a little bit.
Hello, Rachel. Rachel's messaged in. Good morning. Morning, Katharine and Vicky. Lovely to see you both. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Lovely to see you. Oh, she got 2 of the early birds, 2 of the sewing machine bags. Always take my sewing machine on holiday. She says I'm going to Cornwall in September. Oh, lovely. How, when are you going to start it? Because I know you teach a lot of classes as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. We are just starting to bring some of our classes back.
Oh, brilliant.
So I have lovely ladies that come all the time. So some of my regular ladies were very, very keen to get back. So they've been trialling out my new socially distanced classes.
Yeah, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, making sure that everything works okay. So we're just starting to get into it all. Okay, so then you turn your pocket round like that, and we're ready to put that in. Oh, left my pin in. That's why it won't turn.
Pocket though, isn't it?
It's a good size pocket, absolutely. Yeah, really quite. I mean, it's a good size bag altogether.
It is.
Yeah.
I suppose this is a good skill to sort of learn, because if you've got a pattern that doesn't have a pocket and you want, it's like you say, it's really good to have that big inside pocket, isn't it?
That's right. So you've made your pocket, and you're going to just stitch it inside the top here, so it holds it all in place. My zip does look a little bit wobbly this morning.
It's early, isn't it?
We'll show that one in a minute because that was much better.
So you just
right.
put in
I'm
your
going to swap my foot over to put the walking foot on. And actually, this is a really nice, easy. She says fumbling about, but it is quite a nice, easy. It just sort of clicks in when you find the right spot.
It was this morning when it wasn't on, when we weren't on telly. It was easy for you to just click on.
It just
I said,
did it.
Just have a practice. She was like, I've never used this machine. Straight away, we just clicked it straight on. I'm just going to give you a bit of a heads up, by the way, on this sewing machine bundle because it's coming up later with Jayne at 11 o'clock. It's absolutely amazing. The details on this machine is brilliant. It's a limited time offer for the first time today. You're going to get the chance to get it. You're going to save over £93, which I understand it's a considered purchase, but you get things like orifal threads, fat quarters. You get some really lovely extras with this machine today. So if you were thinking about, taking the plunge and that next step up, then stay tuned because we're going to go into it in quite some depth with Jayne later on at 11.
Right. So I'm just going to pop the.
Oh.
No, I've done that wrong, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Computer says no. What does it say on your screen? It gives you a warning, though, and tells you that you've done something wrong.
It does. Is the cloth too thick? Is the needle bent? I've snapped it.
Oh, no! Oh, no. I like that it knows that. It's like, hang on, it's like having a little friend there. I think we could do with getting you a new needle. I'll get you a new needle as well. Paul's going to have one for us now.
I haven't even got that much sewing to do either. It's typical, isn't it?
You know what I said to you? Oh, this is going to be a breeze. You've done all of the videos.
I know. I can talk to you about the magnetic clips.
Okay.
Wow. Right. So, I've got my bag all together.
Yeah.
We'll sew that in a minute, hopefully, when we've got ourselves sorted. And then before you put the lining inside the bag, we need to put the magnetic clips on to fasten it. It didn't actually tell you exactly where to put them in the instructions. So what I've done, what I worked out, we've got it 5.5 inches in. We've got 2 clips to put in. They're 5.5 inches in on each side.
Right.
And you can see I've just put a little dot to show. My other little dots there are where I'm going to put my
handle, your rivets.
My rivets, absolutely. So I've marked them on both sides, ready. Okay, so this is the stage to do it before we get everything else.
This is why it's good
together.
as well to jot down today's date for YouTube. If you're making this bag at home, you've kind of done the hard work for everybody. Working out where they all go. So watch the show back.
So these were 5.5 inches in.
Okay.
And then my rivet dots were 1/2 inch down and 2 inches in.
Thank you.
I did measure those.
Oh, and you've got to make sure that they're in the right place. Obviously, make sure that you've got enough space to put your rivets in.
Right. I have just need my.
What is it you need?
I need a little pair of scissors or an unpicker.
Yeah,
there they are.
Scissors here.
There we go. Right. Okay. So you've marked your dot. Now what you've got to very carefully pop a little hole through. So you want nice, sharp scissors. Now you can see on your magnetic clip you've got 2 prongs.
Right.
So 2 little holes. Okay. And then you can push them through those little holes. I wouldn't cut the holes too big. You can almost make them a bit small and then really kind of force it through. If you make it too big, you'll tear the fabric and suddenly they'll be quite a bit weaker. We want that one slightly bigger. But if we, that's it. Can you see how that just pushed through? Yeah. Now, again, a little tip that I would do is to put a little bit of extra interfacing on it.
It will just reinforce it. Like you say, there's going to be a lot more.
It will reinforce it. I've gone through too many sides. I've got all flustered
Oh,
with the
sorry.
sewing needle. So I've actually made a mistake there. Only
Right.
go through one side.
Okay.
Okay, else you're going to see it on the front of your bag. So you go through there, little bit of extra interfacing on, and I did have some, yes, I have got that ready.
Just a little
Just
square of your
there.
iron on.
There we go. It's just going to make it that little bit stronger because obviously when you open and close your bag, you put a lot of
Bit more pressure on those
bit more
points.
pressure on those bits, don't you? And you don't want them to tear away. You put your back on and you fold those open like that.
So you don't need any fancy tools to be able to do that. You
Not
literally...
at all. You can see
Brilliant.
I've just used my normal scissors like that.
Amazing.
Okay.
We've
So-
left you, sorry, some of the red tip, because the red tip needles actually are quite good for going
Yes.
through lots of different layers, aren't they? So
They are, and I think what it was, I think I didn't quite get the foot on quite straight is the problem, right?
yeah, I wasn't sure where you need to move your needle over, but it should be all right. So the red needles.
I'm just going
so
to
you
have a
know,
little fiddle.
It's always
and get it
good to have extra sewing machine needles because actually you should change your needle anyway between every sort of 8 to 9 hours of sewing or after each project, really. You can start to feel it in your machine though when you need new needles, but with the red tip needles, they're great for going through multiple layers. So for bag making or dense embroidery, they're fantastic if you're going through things like denim, so for dressmakers or thicker layers, definitely stock up on your red tip needles. They're £5.50, extra strength and durability with those. As I said, we're going to be talking through the machine in quite great detail with Jayne, but if you've got any questions about it, please will you email in the studio. It's studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. And in fact, if you've got any questions for Katharine or any of us today, or just want to come and say hello, it's the first time that we've had Katharine here with us live. We've all got to know her over the last few weeks, and it's really weird because I feel like I actually know you from watching you. It's the first time we've met today, so are we all in? No? Is that...
It's looking better.
Looking better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're doing a bit better there. That looks better. Okay, right. I just finished telling you about the little clips.
Okay.
And then we can
Let's do some
carry on with our
sewing.
sewing and hopefully not wreck anything else. Okay, so with these clips, we want to put, you have a male and a female. So if I do one side and then if I do this one as well, then I can show you. Because you can do a little nifty thing with this bag where you can have two different ways of closing it depending how you put your magnetic clips in.
Oh, nice.
So, there's my little squares of extra, and you will have absolutely heaps in your pack to cut out some little extra bits like this.
Remember, the graphics are in at the moment for your hardware bundle, which includes 2 of your swivel clips, 2 packs of your magnetic snaps. You get your eyelets, your eyelet tool, and also your zip. So it's a really nice bundle.
So we've got a pair in like that.
Okay.
So when your bag is closed, as well as closing it crossways, like we've got it on there,
Yeah.
you can actually do them like that as
Oh,
well. And make
nice.
like a crinkly top.
Lovely.
Because it does tell you in the book actually that this design was for carrying champagne bottles.
Oh, I like
Which
that.
we all do lots, don't we?
Oh,
I mean, we
absolutely,
always got
every
our
day.
Prosecco. So yeah. So
Oh.
what you want to make sure you do then is if you've done that on that side, when you put your second lot in on the other side, do them the opposite way, and then you
can
can
close
go
it.
across or you can go that way.
Oh, that's a nice
Which
little
is quite
feature,
cool, isn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. So it's a little kind of extra thing, which it doesn't tell you that in the book, but that's what I decided would work really well.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Right, okay, we're going to give this sewing another go.
Now, you've clipped a lot, haven't you?
I
'Cause you
have
say you can't
got
really
it all
pin your
clipped
PU.
ready. So this is the PU fabric. Obviously, I can't put pins in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to spoil it. And you can't really do a lot of unpicking with PU fabric. You've kind of got a one shot.
Okay.
So lots of quilting clips, and it fits in very nicely. The pattern's great. It all fits together beautifully.
And actually, thinking about it, because you've got all the interfacing, I always think that PU is going to be sticky on my machine, but you're not actually...
Actually, it isn't
touching
terribly.
any
It's not
PU. It's
too
all
bad.
interfacing.
No, it's not
Nice.
too bad at all. Right, we'll give it a go. we'll go around the bottom and see if we can get it in. Again, we're going to use a 1 centimetre seam allowance. Oh, what's it telling me? Raise the press foot and needle bar. It looks raised to me.
That's it.
I may not be sewing today.
Is he needle up, looking, the one above it, sorry, that one, down, that one, yeah, is that on?
Oh, it doesn't like it.
What's the screen saying, sorry?
It says raise the press foot and needle bar and then turn the power on again. Perhaps I've done something I have but shouldn't have.
Maybe we'll get the 680 ready. But if we turn it on again and let's see if that works this time. If it says turn the power back on, it might just need to reset itself a little bit.
It might do. These they often do, don't they?
Yeah.
I find on my ones at home. No, I've done something. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We can swap over. As I say,
very familiar with this one.
No, we've literally just got this out of the box.
It's the first time I've used it.
Absolutely fine. What we can show you again how. What would you like to show? Sorry, Paul. Should we do the email? If you want to get in touch with us, and we're going to swap the machines over. If you do want to get in touch with us, if you've got any questions whatsoever, please do email the studio. It's studio@sewingstreet.com. Studio@sewingstreet.com. If you've got any messages for Katharine, if you want to send in any photographs as well, Hannah's logged into the email. So you... Oh, in fact, Christina, thank you for your picture. So Hannah loves putting together a PowerPoint presentation, don't you, Hannah? So she's going to be putting your picture in so we can show it on air. If you've got any photographs, I think she made in champagne PU and crushed velvet with an animal print lining. Sounds lovely. I think it suits the champagne bag idea as well. So if you do have any questions about the bag, any questions for Katharine, then do get in touch with us. Right. You're right. We're all good.
We'll get this. See, this is what happens when it's live.
I know. Honestly, yeah. Sorry, I should have warned you that tele-sewing is a little different to sewing at home.
That's nicer. We'll turn it the speed up a little bit so we're not here all day. There we go. We're just going to go all the way around this bottom bit. Now you will notice I actually haven't got the walking foot on this because, as you said, the interfacing means it will go through quite nicely.
Yeah, it seems to be managing fine. If you have got a walking foot, it is worth putting it on, like you say, because you're going through quite a few layers here.
It is. Yeah, you do want some. Especially when we put our lining in as well. We'll find we've got quite a bit going on. Now,
how are you managing the curve situation? You haven't sort of used your free arm. You can literally just stop with your needle down and reposition.
Yeah, they're not really tight curves. Okay. So we can just keep guiding it round, and it's not too bad.
It does.
You've got to stop to take your little clips off anyway, haven't you? So, but
this machine's great as well because it stops with your needle down. You can set it that it's.
That's such a nice feature on machines, I always think. Yeah. Okay. So I'm putting this one in. You do exactly the same with the lining as with the outer. Nearly there.
Do you have to alter your stitch length, or when you're working with PU, would you make it any longer?
Sometimes I might, especially if it's quite thick, I might make my stitch slightly longer.
Yeah.
Just because I might go over the bulk a bit better. I also do that if I think, oh, I might have to undo anything. Okay. It's easier to undo. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the base of our bag in there. Finally.
Oh, yay, we did it.
Right, okay. I'm going to show you how to put the inner and the outer together. And how I did this on my other one. Roll this one up a little bit. It's right sides together.
That's all you need to think
That's
about.
all you need
it
to
always
think about.
discombobulates
Right
me a bit,
sides
thinking
together.
which way do they go? But actually, if you just think right sides together.
Absolutely. And you're going
a lot
to,
easier.
this part that you've put your clips on, you're going to open that up.
Right.
Okay. You're going to match up your side seams. And I'm going to clip again, although it is fabric, I'm going to clip again rather than pin, just because there's a lot of layers going on. So we'll match those sides.
Do you like those Wonder Clips? They're on the website and they are obviously useful for all sorts, like bag making if you're working with, like you say, PU or lots of layers. They're brilliant as well for binding on quilts, and yeah, we've seen lots of uses for your Wonder Clips.
So just making sure all those layers are matching, and on the pocket side that we get the pocket caught into, so that's going to stitch that all together. And I'm pleased to say, obviously I've got my seams okay because it's all fitting nicely. If you find you've got one a little bit bigger than the other, you can always ease it in. So pin the excess or clip the excess evenly along the side.
Okay.
And then you'll manage to sew it in without getting tucks and things. Okie dokie, so we've got that all clipped in. Just make sure my interfacing is well pressed down out the way, and we're going to go round again the top of this bag.
This is why it's important to make sure you've got the gap in your lining, isn't it? Because you're going to be sewing this all the way around. Yeah.
It's all going to come back out through there,
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah.
In my slightly small thing, it'll be
Definitely 20
doable. It'll be fine.
centimetres. So again, are you going a centimetre from the edge?
A centimetre from the edge.
It seems to still be managing it all right, actually, without your walking foot.
It is. It's quite happy, isn't it? I think if I was doing the PU one, I definitely would do it with my walking foot.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm actually just on fabric with this, fabric and interfacing, so there's no PU on this bit, so it's happier. I always think an edge of your machine foot seam allowance is just such a nice, easy one to keep your eye on, to keep straight. You can always get quite good results. As you can see, there's sort of quite a lot of, it feels quite big as you're going round. So just take your time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good to remember that you can stop and reposition and breathe.
Breathe.
Yeah.
As often, a lot of people hold their breath, especially when they're learning, and you're like, oh, just take a breath. You'll be okay. You can stop.
Do you find when you're teaching people that they are doing strange positions with their body as well? Because I ache quite often after, because I'm doing weird, unusual positions, whereas actually, just think about your posture when you're
You really want to. I mean, obviously, usually you're sitting down.
Yeah.
And you want to just feel like you're sat at a desk comfortably.
Okay.
Rather than stretching forward or anything like that. So you want to get your sitting position nice and comfy and right first. You know, make sure you're not stretching your foot out to reach that foot pedal. Okay.
Here we go, the
Let's see if
birthing
it
of
comes
the bag.
through. I love this bit, bagging out. And it's especially nice to do it with people who haven't done it before, because they're usually a bit like, can't work out how it's going to go. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah.
Makes
Here
sense.
it comes. Even my small hole was all right.
We've had a message come in from who? So Christine, did you say? Oh yeah, it was Christine's picture and we're just sending it through. Brilliant, thank you.
Okay.
Morning, Vicky and Catherine. Good morning.
Hello.
So it's lovely to see you live at last, Catherine. I think everyone's
that's
really enjoyed
nice.
your demos. Love the bag. Hope to see you soon. Lots of love, Amanda. And of course, Mabel.
Amanda and Mabel.
Okay.
Amanda, hi Amanda. She comes and does lots of patchwork sewing with me, and she's made some fantastic quilts. Mabel comes to visit sometimes as well, who is just the most gorgeous wire fox terrier.
Oh, gorgeous.
So we love Mabel.
Oh, brilliant.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
but Amanda's had to shield,
Okay.
so she's not been able to come sewing for a while.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely. She said it's lovely to see you on the telly anyway.
Okay, so we've got it all in. Brilliant.
Looking like a bag, isn't it?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there. Right, now, so there's 2 more little bits to have a go at. We're going to get serious hardware here. Now, Vicky, I actually need those swivel clips.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we've got the PU and the canvas in your strap, haven't you, as well? Is that
Yes, so on the
PU
strap, so we'll just put that to one side so you can see. So what the pattern tells you to do, when you do your strap, you have one side in your main colour, one side in your contrast colour. And I have prepped that by putting quilting tape, double-sided quilting tape to hold it all in place. You cut it out, it tells you to turn in a centimetre, and then this should fit nicely on top. But obviously with PU, you can't press it all.
No.
You can't pin it all. So quilting tape's your best bet to hold it in place.
Could you use the Soline glue pen? Have you tried that?
Yes, you could. I haven't, but yeah, it's anything like that
Okay.
that will hold it to sew it. Okay, so our little swivel clips go on the end like this, and I'm actually, because this is going, I don't want it to fray. And when we do it, we're going
fold it under a bit.
I'm going to tuck it under just so it looks really neat.
Nice.
Okay. And when we sew it, we're going to sew all the way around in a rectangle in one go, top stitching. I know, we've got to be really brave.
Okay,
Really
so what
brave
colour
and go
thread would
for
you
it.
use for this?
Well, ideally we'd use black,
Okay.
I think, because, well, black's what I've used on here and on my top stitching, so that would be nice.
Right.
I have actually got white on the machine today, so that's...
For telly purposes, it means
But then
it's
you'll be able
easy
to
to
see
sew
it.
up. That's exactly
Exactly.
why we did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So the trick with this is find yourself a spot, a little spot on your sewing machine to guide, so you stay a nice length, a nice distance from the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can keep your eye on it. So often the machine feet have little notches on that you can see, and you can line those up with the edge of your fabric, which then mean you keep nice and straight all the way down. I do like top stitching. It's one of those things that's I find really fun to do.
Yeah, I think it gives it a really lovely finish, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Look.
Right, so we're going to get down that end, and I'm going to put the other clip on to hold it in place. So you need to be a little bit careful that you're not going to hit that metal as you come round, but it should be doable. There we go. Actually, I like the white. It's looking nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that does look nice.
A bit of a quite elegant contrast, I think, there.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Hi Liz, good morning Liz. She says morning all, good morning Liz. She says great demo. She says she's loving the bag. I tell you what, you are amazing. And she says you are so fabulous to say so calm in a crisis. Catherine is someone you want around in a crisis like that, because I would normally be flustered and you were really calm. I can tell you're a teacher because you were very calm. It's your first live show. And yeah.
I know, and I managed, I don't know, all the things that probably everybody dreads doing, I managed to do.
And you're still
So there you go,
absolutely
baptism
cool
of
and calm.
fire, I'll be fine now. Okay, so you can see we've top stitched around there and we've got the clips on and that strap's ready, and actually I really like the white. I think that looks really
there
smart.
you go, happy accident.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd used it on the other bit now because it looks really good. Okay, so that's how you do your strap.
Brilliant.
So then the last part of constructing the bag is to put, I've actually got these ones down
Your
here.
eyelets.
I have got my eyelets.
Now we're going to be doing a
this
bit of
is
DIY as well,
I like
aren't we?
this. I like this because we can get the,
all the frustration
the serious toolbox out. You need a hammer. So in your little pack here, you've got a little tool.
Okay.
This bit pops. This bit pops out. It should pop out to put it all on. This is a brand new one. It's all stiff. There we go. Right. So I can see where my little dot is, where I want to put it.
Yeah.
And the first thing you've got to do is to get a little hole in your fabric where the eyelet's going to go. So the metal bit goes underneath. I've got the dot in the centre.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my little tool thing on top like that. And then I'm going to get my hammer.
We're ready. Be careful.
Give it a bit of a tap. And it's not totally pierced it, but it has given me a dent. If I was really whacking it at home, I'd be really whacking it, and it would pierce it right.
Do you think Mabel now thinks there's somebody at the door, and the Mel dogs now are going, who's at the door?
It did work very well on the PU. I
Right.
suspect it's probably to do a little bit with the fabric that it
Right.
hasn't pierced it. But you've got the shape, so
Yeah,
I
you can then just go in with your scissors.
I can
You know
go in with-
exactly where to put the
because I know where
hole.
to put it. Absolutely. So we'll just cut a little hole for it. Snip a little hole. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle because this is going to kind of cover it all.
Brilliant.
So then the next part is you get your little...
There's two different sort of shapes, isn't there, with your eyelets?
There is. There's like a bigger bit,
Yeah.
sort of a male and a female again.
Yeah.
Like that. So the larger part sits in your base of your little tool.
Okay.
And you're going to push... Again, push that bit through. So I need to snip it slightly more just to get it on. I will get it on.
Keep snipping a bit more, maybe. Yeah.
I know, you don't want to take too much at once. That's the trouble, isn't it? You know, because suddenly if you find, again, like with your magnetic clasps, if you snip too much, you'll suddenly have a big hole and you won't be very happy. Okay, so there you can see that's gone over. That sits on top. This little tool goes on top like that.
And then we hammer again.
And we're going to do another little tap. Okay, and that flattens it down so that it's all in place and nice and strong.
Brilliant. I mean,
Okay.
that's really sort of demystified eyelets for me. I've always been
And
a
they
bit
look
scared
so
of them.
nice and neat. I mean, you saw when I was cutting it, it looked a bit raggedy and tidy. You were probably all getting a bit worried.
But actually, it covers it all.
But it covers it all, so just don't cut it too big at the start and you'll be fine.
Amazing.
Yes.
They look gorgeous, and it does add such a professional finish. We've still got about 7 minutes.
Okie dokie, well I can add another eyelet or
Yeah.
two. Anything else to tell you about it? I think, I know what I can tell you. If you're doing this version, the PU version, can I take it off?
Yeah,
and show-
absolutely.
When you're, I'll show you how the clips work as well
Oh, yeah.
on this one, since I haven't put them all in. Okay, so you can see we've got the male and female opposites, so we can do that with
Oh,
it.
nice.
Which I think is quite nice as well, actually. That
Yeah.
makes it quite a nice fastening too.
Yeah, that's lovely. Like you say, for the champagne bag. In fact, who was it that sent in the photograph of the? I think it was Christine, wasn't it? Sorry if I've got your name wrong. It was Christine. Christine sent in a photograph. I think Paul's got it.
The other bit I haven't done, of course, is to just stitch up that little
That gap.
hole in the bottom. You can do it on your machine or you can do it by hand.
There it is, Christine.
That looks really nice. What a nice combination of fabrics.
Ah, I like that with the crushed velvet and animal print. That's cool, isn't it? Especially, like you say, for your champagne. Very nice.
This Christine was going somewhere posh with that, with her champagne bottles in it, wasn't she?
That's gorgeous. Remember the book? The pattern is from the book, which is separately. It's a brand new book today. It's lovely. So how is it that you're stitching it up? Just on the machine, or I suppose you could slip
I'm going
stitch
to
it,
just,
couldn't
you could, yeah, by hand, or I'm just going to go up the edge on the machine because it's inside and just close to the edge. Again, I'm using that little groove that's on the foot, this lovely little notch, just to keep you in the right place. So you can go nicely to the edge. So just carefully sewn up.
Nice.
Push that all back inside. Ready.
Now, I know you say with your PU about not pressing it. Could I put very carefully, like a towel over the top or something, and give it a really light?
Yes, you can. You've just got to be careful. Don't go straight onto it. You'll melt it.
Okay.
I'm really good at melting fabrics by having my iron too hot, or that kind of thing. Yeah, so yes, put a cloth over, or like this when I got here today and it had been in my bag and a bit screwed up, and I did it on that side.
Yeah,
and that was fine, and it made it all neat and tidy again. I mean, I think, you know, I want to give this a little press when it's done just to make it look really smart.
We've got another photograph as well come through. This is from Bev. Hi, Bev. She says, I've used the RPU on a different bag. She says, morning, Vicky and Catherine. This is a bag I've made with a navy PU purchased from Sewing Street. Beautiful to sew with, and it's really soft. It
is very soft.
Beautifully
soft.
It's
nice, this PU, because it doesn't stretch.
Right.
Sometimes you get them, and when you sew them, you have to be quite careful not to sort of pull it, because they can stretch out of shape.
Yeah.
And then you won't get a good finish. But this was lovely to sew and didn't particularly stretch.
You know, when you feel like a nice soft leather almost, it feels like that as opposed to quite plasticky. It is a PU, it's not leather, but it's ever so soft. Quite often, I think sometimes PU can almost feel a bit stiff and plasticky sometimes, whereas it is beautiful
it's nice.
quality.
Very nice.
I'm really pleased that you got on well with it as well, Bev. That's brilliant.
When you're cutting out your PU, obviously, again, you can't pin your pattern piece on. So I draw around it on the wrong side, just with a biro.
Yeah, good idea.
And that works absolutely fine. Then you can see it for cutting out.
Yeah.
And it will cut with scissors or a rotary cutter, whichever you prefer using.
Do you have a personal preference? Do you use rotary cutters or?
I use rotary cutters for patchwork, and I did for this. If I'm dressmaking, I always use scissors.
Scissors, yeah.
Yes. So it depends on my project. Yes. I'm just
We've got about 3 more minutes, so we'll probably have a chance to put the last little eyelet in.
Just going to get that over. I want to get, if I can get this one in, then you can see how your little clips clip on.
It's nice to see this one coming together. I don't know which is my favourite. I really like the mustard. I know Debbie Shaw, she's got a jacket like this, hasn't she? And that would look lovely with her jacket.
Right, so it's just...
That's the mustard PU with the navy as well, and with the double clips. It's a good sized bag, isn't it?
It's a lovely size bag, actually. Right, are you ready? I'm just going to do a touch more hammering. When I have some lovely girls come and do silversmithing in my craft centre, and when they hammer, you have to say loud noise before you do it. Okay. No.
It's stuck on there now. Oh my word, you are literally against every element.
There we go. I've done it. Oh, right, and then you can see that this is going to clip on nicely like this. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
We got there.
Oh, brilliant. We got there. That's the graphics are in, by the way, for the mustard PU. We're changing them to the coral now, which is gorgeous. It looks amazing as well, doesn't it, in that combination? And I like it especially with the black PU. You get 2.5 metres of fabric in total with the poplin lining. £19.99. Is there anything else you want to mention, or are we all
I think I've told you everything I can think of.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a really nice make actually, and a nice bag. And if you've not used hardware before, I think it's a really good introduction to it.
Okay.
Because you've got a few different things
Yeah,
to have
absolutely.
a go at.
Yeah, and it's all achievable. Like the pocket and the zip. Actually, you know, it's nothing too scary, is it? Have a go. Thank you ever so much. Back in an hour with one of Debbie Shaw's patterns, actually.
Yes.
Aren't you?
Yes.
Very nice. So the bundles. We will recap them in just a moment. If you haven't yet checked out, stay with us. We'll see you in an hour. Thank you very much. See you then. Stay where you are. We're going to recap the bundles right after this. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Oh, thank you so much for all of your lovely messages for Katharine as well. Wasn't she amazing? Especially against all of the odds. No, she was definitely someone you want around in a crisis. Very calm indeed. So, which is your favourite colourway? I love them both. The pattern comes from this gorgeous beginner's guide to bag making. And the great thing about it as well is that it goes through some really sort of, even though it's a beginner's guide to bag making, some great techniques which look very expensive and very sort of designer, don't they? There's 20 different classic style bags, including their lovely full-size patterns, from clutch bags to shoulder bags to big sort of overnight bags or clutch bags. There's really great tips and glossaries in here. I said the word glossary because I've just read it. Isn't that really strange? The other day I was talking to Hannah and texting, and instead of texting the message that I was going to message, I was just writing what Hannah was saying to me, and I was like, which could get me into a lot of trouble as well. It's weird when you do that, isn't it? But yeah, what I like about this as well is that it does, I was thinking, right, remember that, the word glossary, because it breaks down all the jargon as well at the start. So you got the simple, but I like the fact that you've got, it's going well for us today. Should we just start today again? Height, width and depth is where it all went wrong for both. Well, actually no, Katharine did amazing. I just need to start again. The folded bags, lovely. Live TV, eh? Shopping bags. Good job this is only the rehearsal, isn't it? This will be fine when we're live. £13.99. Good one for the bloopers anyway. Lovely carrot bags. You've got one about eyelets again, how to set eyelets. But remember, you can watch back on YouTube Katharine's demonstration. This is the bag that we were looking at today with the lovely round base. There's some really lovely fabrics in here as well, talking a lot about working with PU. Small shoulder bags, safari bag, trapezium bag. There's some beautiful bags for all occasions, and all of your full-size patterns at the back for £13.99. Very, very popular indeed. And we have two kits also. So the one that was made up was the mustard one, which is this one. It's a lovely big bag, isn't it? So you get included a metre of your mustard PU, metre of mustard, and then you also have a metre of your lining, which is the lovely spotty, and then that's a cotton poplin, and then you also have half a metre of your base, which is in this case the navy PU. Now if you are starting out and this is the first time that you've worked with PU, maybe you want to go for the other option, which is the one that Katharine was demonstrating with, and it's with cotton canvas. It's great to sort of start you off with PU, because I think once you've almost demystified it and you've sewn something with PU, you'll conquer the fear of it. You've got half a metre of your black PU, so you still have that chance of working with it, because once you get the hang of it, you can make some beautiful bags. I mean, they are great, aren't they? And especially the fact that you can wipe it. If you're putting it down on the floor or anything, it's great to be able to wipe. So you've got half a metre of your black PU. You've also then got a metre, is it, of both of the, a metre of lining and a metre of your coral outer. £19.99. That one at the moment is the most popular. We also have the hardware bundle, which comes with, now we've opened these already, so it comes with 2 of your swivel clips. It also comes with 2 of your magnetic clasps. It also comes with a metal zip and your eyelets. A zip that you don't need to cut down to size, it's the right size. Your eyelets, your tool, your 2, as I say, magnetic snaps, and your 2 swivel clips, £17.99. If it is your first time working with bag furniture, we like to call it, it does, our hardware, it really does give you that great professional finish. The iron-on interfacing was used on the lining part of it. We'll go through, again, do make sure you watch back the demonstration with Katharine, but it was plenty in one packet, and then to reinforce as well those magnetic snaps. Just £3.99 for a metre of your iron-on interfacing from Hemline. It's just a great one to add to your stash if you've already especially purchased maybe the early bird or bought the bag furniture, the hardware, then it's good to be able to add to your order. And then H640. Now Katharine chose to use the fusible fleece. It gives it a nice little bit of body, a bit of cushioning as well for your champagne bottles. £9.99 for a whole metre of H640. One size of it, you'll see it when you get home, has got like a glue dotty surface, and the other one's lovely and fleecy. So it's a completely fusible fleece for £9.99. You'll often see Debbie Shaw using this. Lots of bag makers I know love it. Great for doing some quilting as well on cushions and wall hanging, so it's really useful for your stash because it gives it a bit more body. Just £9.99 for a whole metre, which again is absolutely plenty for the project we've done today. But there's lots of lovely bags in there to have a go with. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to mention? The Wonder Clips are on the website. I know that Katharine uses those a lot, especially with the PU. It's definitely worth, if you haven't already got those, making the most of it. And maybe the quilter's tape or Solan glue pen for your zip. I think that is everything, Hannah. Yeah, that's everything. Do not go anywhere. We've got Rainbow Hour plus loads coming up, in fact, in this next hour. Then Katharine's back later on. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Hi there, my name's Alison Marion and I'm thrilled to be joining the Sewing Street family. I live in Staffordshire where I run a couple of sewing groups, and I have a passion for vintage sewing machines and also applique. I've stitched in some form for as long as I can remember, but I absolutely love teaching and helping people stretch their skills and hopefully demystifying some of the techniques that can be quite daunting for beginners. So I'm looking forward to meeting the team and getting into the studio. See you soon.
Hello there, I'm Debbie Shaw and I would love you to join me on the first Monday of every single month for Sewing Street Surgery. Now this is a dedicated hour where I answer your questions, and that could be questions about techniques, it could be questions about tools, it could be questions about new products, or maybe something that you've seen that you just don't understand. There's a lot of questions about tensions on sewing machines, and there's a lot of questions about working with different weights of fabrics. So if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, the easiest way to to bring a question over to us is to go to our Facebook page and post your question on there. I will collate all of those questions throughout the week. If we need any new products for you, or if we need any new demonstrations, those will all be worked on leading up to that first Monday of the month. So do join me, Debbie Shaw, on Sewing Street Surgery on the first Monday.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter, but I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show.
Hello, I'm Kerry from Living in Loveliness and I'm delighted to be part of the Sewing Street team. I'm based in Wolverhampton and I absolutely love working with fabulous fabrics. In particular, I love working with fat quarters and showing you how to get the most from your scraps. I love bringing communities of sewists together and encouraging people to sew for greater causes. Most recently, we have been sewing for our NHS and key workers. I look forward to bringing you hints, tips and techniques. I'll see you soon.
Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Would you like to take part in our weekly competition? If you do, then all you have to do is head to the Sewing Street fan page group on Facebook. Post your picture of your make. Myself, Debbie Shaw and John Cole Morgan love looking at all of your makes every week. We pick our favourite and announce the winner every Friday live on the show. Happy sewing and good luck.
Hello, my name's Fiona Hesford and I'm founder of Sew Girl. I'm based down in Worthing on the south coast of England, and I've got a range of sewing patterns which I've developed over the last few years, which are projects for loose fitting clothing, everyday simple garments, things that I really love to wear myself. And I'm going to be bringing you them to Sewing Street over the next few months. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
Would you like to take part in our weekly competition? If you do, then all you have to do is head to the Sewing Street fan page group on Facebook. Post your picture of your make. Myself, Debbie Shaw and John Cole Morgan love looking at all of your makes every week. We pick our favourite and announce the winner every Friday live on the show. Happy sewing and good luck. Hello Hello, welcome back. Right, I am starting again because I'm so sorry. I don't know what's... We're all in a bit of a world of... I don't know what day is it today? Is there a storm coming, Hannah? Normally, days like this... Hannah can't work the coffee machine. She's really struggling with it. It's really annoying her. So yeah, I think there must be a storm coming. I've heard that the weather's going to be really lovely. So it's kind of put all of our... that's what we were basing it on, the fact that there must be a storm coming. So anyway, also again, how is everybody today? Thanks for your input. Thanks for all of your lovely messages for Katharine, because it was the first live show. And I think she was ever so nervous, but she did so... well, she was brilliant, wasn't she? She was so calm and collected, even against, everybody's worst nightmare is a needle breaking on her. She did very, very well. So thank you ever so much to Katharine. She's having a cup of tea and going to be back with us in the next hour. This hour, we're talking all things bright and beautiful, all beautiful rainbows. Thank you for all of your lovely messages. Keep them coming in. Hannah is logged into the email address upstairs, studio@sewingstreet.com. If you do want to send any photographs, maybe any of your rainbow makes, we want to see them. If anyone wants to make her a coffee, send them in, or explain to her how you use one of the posh coffee machines, because it's really struggling. You do. Just take the back of the water thing off, fill that with water. She says she was shaking it, she was hitting it, and just... yeah, it didn't work. By the way, if you missed us at the start, you missed quite a few bloopers this morning, but anyway, here's the early bird special. I've got a machine in here, so I'm carrying it really carefully because this is a great sewing machine bag. It was today's early bird. There is literally a handful of each colour left. We had 2 different early birds. We've got it in turquoise and we've also got it in purple. The turquoise one, how many of these did you say are left? Turquoise has got 7. Turquoise has got 7 left. You've got a nice big pocket on the front. It folds right down with a lovely turquoise lining. £15.99. There you go. You can see that lovely turquoise lining. Opens right out. The dimensions of it are on the website in the description. No, hang on. Which one's the height? Which way is the depth? I always do this. I measure things so wrong. Has anybody else? I want you to message in and please tell me I'm not alone, that I've ordered things without getting the measurements right, and things that I haven't done the whole furniture arriving and it's actually miniature doll's house furniture. Have done it with the laundry basket. I've done it with light shades. Oh gosh. Right, you've just broken a memory for me. So Hannah says I just broken a memory, reawakened a memory. Hannah said I bought a jumper once thinking I was getting really good value on a jumper, but it was actually a child's one. I did it with a Christmas knitted jumper. Thought that's a really good price, bought it. It was just the instructions to how to knit it. And I was like, oh no, I can't knit. I don't have time and I can't knit. So it was quite funny actually. So that one's your turquoise colour. It's just £15.99. Amazing price. Bearing in mind, we were having a bit of a look online earlier on at the sort of middle of the road prices on sewing machine bags. You can pay a lot more, obviously. It is cushioned, it's really lovely. It's got the pocket on the front, it's got the base feet on the bottom to protect your machine. It's going to fit some of your, I don't think it will fit your 680 plus or anything bigger, but certainly your smaller machines that you do want to transport around, they're amazing. I'll go through the measurements in a moment with the purple one. But that's £15.99, which we found very competitive. I think I've seen some sewing machine. We saw a sewing machine bag at £32. We saw another one at I think 20 something pounds, £21. This was the one at John Lewis, which, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bag, really, really nice indeed. And I think it might be a wipeable surface. But in terms of dimensions, it's around the same sort of size, and it's £32. So we think ours is great value for money. We love that. So that one is, it's not an oilcloth, but it's definitely one that's sort of just wipeable. Then, we've only got 5 of these left. We've only got 5 of these left. I know the only other sewing machine bag that we've bought to you before was the red one, which I love the red one. It's always very popular whenever we bring it, but it's not everybody's cup of tea, whereas this is you know, it's really practical, isn't it? And nice bright colour. Height, 32. From here to here, 32. Width, from here to here. From here to here, it's 46. Depth, from here to here, is 21. Thank you. Thank you for your help. That's all centimetres, by the way, that's centimetres. It's got the Velcro strap, it's got the extra pocket, and it's $15.99. It's our early bird special, remember? So that means for today only. That is for today, or while stocks last, and there's only 5 of these left. So if you've got it in your basket, please do check out. You can continue to check out all day long and only pay 1p. In fact, both bags have only got 2 left. So I've got a feeling they are going to sell out any second now. Well done, that'll be the last time we see them. Do check out. Okay, something that we thought was going to be the last time we see it, well, I've got a feeling this could be the last time that we see it, is the modern patchwork book. I was talking to Katharine about this actually, because she made the cushions from it, the Flying Geese cushions, and she absolutely loves this book. She says this is a very, very well written book. You've got so many beautiful quilts. In fact, this is the one that our Hannah upstairs, producer Hannah, she saw it on Instagram. She asked Paul, our buyer, to get this in for us. So I want to show you the one that we love. This is the one that Hannah loves, and it is so gorgeous. It starts with all the quilts. That's the one that Hannah wants to make. How nice is that? What colours are you thinking, like neutrals or rainbows? See, the great thing is I love this. They're really vibrant, lovely, inspirational projects. But actually, imagine this with red and white quilting, or with nice neutral brown tones or blues. You could still sort of take these patterns and change them up to not be rainbow. I love that. You could do this as an ombre, couldn't you? That looks beautiful. There's so many great projects. As Katharine said earlier, this is a really well-written book. It's very, very clear in terms of your cutting instructions, clear with the size, what you're going to need. It tells you step by step all of your blocks. It then goes through your final stages. It also gives you alternatives. So at the start, you've got all of your quilt projects, which you have, I believe, 14 projects in total. So you've got your quilts at the start. You've then also got cushions, so corresponding cushions to go with. You've then also got, oh, I love that one. And in fact, right, what I would do is I'd get the panel, which I'll show you in a minute, panel. So you use all your solids from the web shop. If you have a look on the website, just type in 100% cotton, and you could do just solids here, and then use barley pops for this side. It'd look amazing. Or doing it in the neutrals as well would look really nice. So that's your cabin block cushion. Really clear at marking out exactly how to get that technique. This is the one that Katharine made, the Shaded Arrows cushion. In the rainbow, it looks amazing. Again, you could do that with the panel that we're offering, or you could do it with your barley pops. I mean, there's so many options that you could do that lovely rainbow, or like Katharine did, she did a blues ombre version with the Alison glass fabric, which we've got later on. So they're the cushions. This is a nice one to be able to sort of centralise some of your favourite fabrics. So if you know you've got some fussy cutting opportunities, this would be lovely. Or a charm pack maybe that you had. That's perfect for that. It's a nice big garden floor cushion. You don't have to have fried egg fabric, but it would be great, wouldn't it? And then here you've also got your mini projects. So there's some nice little gift ideas. Again, using up some of your scraps. Star purse, that's so pretty. Nice little purse to be able to give as a gift, or what about having it as a coin purse for in your car? I never have change for the meter, especially at the moment now. Everything I'm doing is obviously on contactless, and I've actually even uploaded all my card onto my phone. So has anybody else only just taken their phone? I haven't literally taken my purse out with me for so long. But I got to the garage and it came up on my dashboard that my air was low in my tyres. I had no change for it. Of course I was thinking, I haven't got any change, so I need to get myself a little purse with change for the trolley. I've got air in my tyres now. Yeah, I did scramble through the bottom of my bag. I did find a 50p that I could do it. There we go. So there your rainbow. Thanks, good story. More stories with me later. There's your rainbow drawstring bag. I'm thinking of writing a book of stories. Memoirs. What do you think? Chapter 1. The time I needed air in my tyres. I think it's quite, a bestseller. And it also goes through all of your lovely binding techniques, your placements. It's a gorgeous book. It's been ever so popular, and it's today just £12.99, which is brilliant. In fact, it should be £14.99. Should be £14.99. So enjoy that. Hello, Jackie. Jackie's got in touch with us. Just like that, did she, Hannah? Hello, Jackie has said. She put loads of O's. Hello, everybody at Sewing Street. Good morning, Jackie. How are you? I'm pleased you are. She says, I'm enjoying this morning's show. I'm hiding. Lots of smiles. And a fab guest too. Oh, I'm so relieved that Katharine is here. Jayne's joining me later on at 11 as well with 2 amazing machines from Elna. So we're really looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm pleased that I've got lots of smiles. We've got to just keep smiling. Keep smiling. Thank you for your message. Thank you. Right, I did look at the barley pops briefly. I love these. I'm still on a mission that when the world goes back to, some sort of normality, that we'll be able to do our field trip to Bali to see the traditional dyeing technique. Casual trip to Bali. Aren't they gorgeous? So this is your rainbow option. We've also got the barley pops in your sort of neutral autumnal colours, and they are absolutely beautiful. So they're 2.5-inch strips, laser cut, already done for you, and I know a lot of patterns call for 2.5-inch strips. So whether you're working from a Pam and Nikki Lintop book, or if you see any, you could obviously subcut these into squares, half-square triangles, hexes, whatever you want to do. But let me show you. I can't put it back like this, you see, so we've got one just in a bag. It's already been opened, just so you can see this beautiful traditional dyed technique. Every single one of them is absolutely beautiful. Look at the colours. Just dive on in. And now I'm looking at this as a rainbow project. So whether it be a Bargello or around the world, you've got all your strips ready to go. But, right, let's think about this. If you're doing your blues, the amount of gorgeous blues that you can just simply sort of dissect from it doesn't necessarily need to be a rainbow project. You could do a really amazing under the sea sort of style project using your blues. Look at those. There's your blues and purples, or space. Is it astrology or astronomy? Space. What does one mean? Astrology is star signs, isn't it? Astrology. Astronomy is stars and space. Thank you for that. Oh, look at these. All of these gorgeous blues. I mean, you've got loads in there to play with. They're all 2.5-inch strips, and they are all 112 wide. But because of the traditional nature of this dyeing technique, you can see it's not printed. It's all hand-dyed. So both on both sides, you've got this gorgeous print. It's beautiful. We've had so many people who have put pictures on the Facebook page. On the Facebook page of some beautiful projects that have been made using these barley pops. They're stunning. $39.99, which if you break it down, £1 a strip, fantastic value, isn't it? £39.99. That is lovely. They are gorgeous, aren't they? What is a nebula? Nebula is an explosion of stars. No? Just lots of stars together. Astrology or astronomy? So one of Hannah's friends was doing a degree about space, and everyone thought that he was doing a degree about star signs because they kept getting those two mixed up. Did you used to get really annoyed about that? No, I'm not doing a star sign degree. What if you can do a star sign degree? You probably can. Oh, it's a what, sorry? A giant cloud of dust and gas. possibly from the explosion of a dying star. Oh, there you go. Learn something new every day here at Sewing Street, don't we? $39.99. I'm going to put that in my book. I am. So, they're your rainbow barley pups. I've also got the more sort of autumnal shades, which are lovely as well. Which is your favourite? I suppose it depends what project you're doing, which pattern you're working from, but they are absolutely gorgeous. So, you've got... I love all these sort of African sunset. Beautiful colours. Look at that one. £39.99. That is one of my faves. I love that. Oh, that was a subtle zoom, isn't it? I'm only joking. Oh, these gorgeous greens as well. And every single one will be slightly different because obviously they've all been traditionally hand-dyed. But they are beautiful. Oh, and that one's nice. What do you think to this one? That is beautiful. There's some really great colours. Oh, look, someone's done some sewing already. Making a little strip set. See, it just shows what you can do. I mean, there's so many amazing projects. I know that Wendy Orlando worked with these, and it was quite shocking how much she could do with it. I was thinking, you know, you can obviously do quite a lot of projects, but it goes such a long way, especially if you're teaming it with any of the solids. So have a look on the web shop, type in 100% cotton, and even if you're getting, in fact, type in early bird vanilla, wink wink, nudge nudge, type in, you don't need to type in wink wink, nudge nudge, but that's just a little cheeky. Have a look at the 100% cotton, you'll see all of the fabrics that we've got available. But if you're just getting a solid and appliquing this on or having it as a background and using this as different, it would be absolutely gorgeous. $39.99. Thank you for your message. Who's this, sorry? Is it Wendy Orlando? Different Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Lovely to hear from you. Thank you for your message. Tell Vicky I have a coin purse in my car. Oh my gosh, she says I'll make you one and send it to the studio. Oh, amazing. That's so lovely. I know. I can't go around with no air in my tyres, can I? I do need a coin purse. Especially now. It's a good little gift for somebody, isn't it? Because I think we're all a bit like that. Especially in the new normal. We're not using cash, are we? So, thank you. Pardon? So mine and Hannah's new normal. Me and Hannah kind of want to try and reinvent ourselves, and we've been trying to do as many days as we can, Paul, dressing like ladies. Obviously, we get up very early in the morning, and quite often we get here with our pyjamas on. So we've been trying to do during, you know, the new normal. Right, I'm going to come in and I'm going to dress appropriately. Good, dress appropriately to work. That's all we need to do. Just dress appropriately, not dress in our pyjama bottoms. Hannah says, I've not managed it very well today. I know that you're wearing leopard print trousers with a big colour block jumper, but you did match your mug with your trousers. So she had a matching coffee mug this morning. That was when you had a normal coffee. She's trying to have a fancy coffee in the machine and it's not working. Right, so they're the batiks. Let's have a look at some of the panels. I was looking at the log cabin in the modern quilting patchwork book and contrasting it with the batiks, and it would look lovely. This one, is this the main one? The very popular one. The code on the top is HQUU47, I believe. The Brights. This is the special one. We're going to do that in a minute. It's all right. I've got the hexes, STUU49. Let's do the hexes. Now, these are lovely as well. Now, they are, it should say at the top here, 62.5 inch. So 2.5 inch hexes, 60 of them, with your spots and stripes. These are going to be great for EPP, aren't they? Or actually, just a applique. You could applique them onto something and make it look like you've English paper pieced them. I like seeing the secondary pattern of the diamond as well. I mean, these would be ideal, absolutely, to cut to use as EPP, but you've got like that Harlequin pattern with the diamonds, haven't you? $7.99, a great price, especially when you're looking at all these different prints. If you're looking at getting a charm pack or fat quarters, think about how many different colours for one you're getting here, but then also how many different patterns, because you've got like a zigzag, you've got your spot, you've also got like this almost like a linen textured look. So there's lots of different prints there. There's 60 coordinating hexes here, all ready to cut, ready to go. £7.99 is exclusive to us as well. Exclusive to us, printed especially for us, £7.99. It's going to save a lot of time, isn't it? Collecting lots of fabrics, thinking, right, do they work together? I think over the last few months, we've all needed these rainbows, haven't we? Just to put a smile on our face. I think looking out the window and seeing beautiful rainbows in people's windows has just lifted our spirits. But equally, look, if you're doing something completely different and not focusing on rainbow colours, if you're loving the blues or the magentas and the purples, you could use them for separate projects. Just £7.99, doesn't necessarily all need to be for one project. So that's your hexes. I also have the charm pack. So this is NAUU23, Paul. 24. So this time you got 40 of your 5-inch squares. Once again, exclusive to us, printed panel with all of these beautiful colours and patterns. That is vibrant, isn't it? That is lovely. So once again, you've got your spot, you've got your different colours. This would be great for that book, wouldn't it? This would be really, really good with the book. In fact, you know the one with the fried eggs? You know exactly, or the bags actually. The rainbow drawstring bag, this is going to look gorgeous. These ones, I believe, are 2.5-inch strips, so you're going to have loads left over with this. If you want to make some nice drawstring bags or coasters, of course, even or my nice little coin purse. I don't need to make one now, do I? How exciting. This one would look lovely with your charm pack. That would look really nice and really easy as well. There's so many projects in this book that would lend itself really, really well to. So have a look at that book if I were you. £14.99. This, bearing in mind, how much can you pay for a charm pack? Depending on which designer you're looking at or where you're shopping, this is such good value. You've got 40 coordinating 5-inch squares. Thinking if you are doing EPP as well, depending on the size of your hexes, but you're going to get a couple of hexes out of each of these, aren't you? Even if you don't use them as a rainbow, just to supplement your stash, just to go with some of your designer fabric and make it go that bit further. I'm also thinking, bit of a cheat here, but I'm thinking you don't need to necessarily cut between them all. You could almost, you could pin tuck between them, you could quilt between them and make it look like you've done all the patchwork, but they look lovely. I like that you have got that bit of wiggle room though in between, so if you are, we always, especially after lockdown, my word, definitely need some wiggle room. No wiggle room at the moment. No wiggle room. All the wiggle rooms wiggled off, Hannah. Gosh. Paul is like, right, because Paul's just come back to work. He says, I remember putting my clothes on for the first, putting my clothes on for the first time in 4 months. So you were laughing at me and Hannah talking about trying to dress appropriately. He says, yeah, I have been naked for the last 4 months and trying to put my clothes back on have been very difficult. Oh dear. I'm pleased that we're discussing that. We've put that image in everybody's face this morning. I thought this morning reached a weird point earlier on about but now Me talking about Paul being naked for 3 months is not what everybody wants to hear during their breakfast. It's not even 10 a.m. Good morning. Paul wants to say good morning to all his fans this morning and sorry for putting you off your breakfast. I know that you can't see him. He is in the gallery to the side of me and I can confirm he is fully clothed. $14.99, exclusive to us. Oh, and you've got the stripes, look. They're lovely, aren't they? A great one for your stash, as I say, just to go with any of your make your designer fabrics go that bit further. I don't know why I said naked either. I don't think I've ever said that ever. Thought it was a bit more telly-friendly than in the nude. Okay. Right, shall we do the strips? The next one is HQUU69. Oh, gorgeous. Again, go perfectly with the book, with the modern quilting rainbow book that we had. The rainbow stripe panel, 140 wide. So if you think about it as in your barley pops, normally when you're looking at 2.5-inch strips, your width for quilting fabric is 112 wide. So this is extra wide. This is 140 wide. So you've got lots of lovely fabric to be playing around with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colours and this lovely rainbow stripe. Red, yellow, green, blue. Oh, hang on. Somebody told me a way of actually knowing the rainbow. Is it Richard of York gave battle indigo violet in vain? There you go. So you've got all the colours of the rainbow. £12.99 for your exclusive panel. I think that could be part of the book, you know. That could make it into the final edit. I think, what do you mean you're going to avoid the book? Not avoid, you'll just miss it. Okay. Oh. Thank you for supporting me, Paul. Paul's going to read it on his holidays. £12.99, 2.5-inch strips. Oh yeah, Paul's like, I'm not going anywhere. These are 2.5-inch strips. Ideal for patchwork, for quilting, what about for bag making? I mean, you can cut them on the bias and do stripy binding. That would be lovely. Use these for lovely scrappy binding. That's a really nice idea, even if I do say myself. £12.99. Pardon? £12.99 for your rainbow stripes. Exclusive to us. I don't know whether I'm dreaming today. It feels really weird, doesn't it? Please will you pinch me? All right, there's a fine line between dream and nightmare. I don't know what's... Oh my word, this is hilarious. Okay. We're all a bit delirious today and I don't even know why. I've got no reason to be. Right, let's do the stripe. When I say stripe, it's like a linen texture almost. It's 100% cotton. Oh, this is gorgeous again. Your rainbow colours, 2.5-inch strips, and in different texture. If you got the spots, definitely get this one as well because it is just going to add another dimension to your projects. 100% cotton. Printed it here in the UK. It is designed especially for us, and it's just £12.99. Fantastic value for money. So much that you could actually do with this, you know, whether you're cutting it, whichever way you're cutting it, in fact, on the bias or straight or this way, whether you're subcutting them into squares or triangles, you've almost got your strip set ready to go, haven't you? Just £12.99. And it is, again, extra wide. It's not 112, it's 140 wide. So you've got a lot of fabric there to play around with. I've also got... Is it time? Every single time we open up the floodgates to say, right, what would you like on the show? We get so many requests to ask to bring this back. This size panel is $19.99. Today, it's a special price. We are still offering the special price. So many people doing rainbow projects, so many people wanting more fabric for their stash, 2.5-inch strips, loads of colours. In fact, I'll hold it this way. It's absolutely huge. It's going to take me a while to sort of waft it in the right way. There we go. £14.99. Can you believe it? That is a lot of fabric for less than £15. Bearing in mind, you pay £40 for obviously we had earlier on, I love our barley pops, they're batik fabrics, they're beautiful quality. You're getting all of these strips in that gorgeous rainbow ombre. It's extra wide, it's 140 wide. I mean, you can't even see it all on the telly there. Let me keep pulling it up, there you go. You've got a lot of fabric. I've seen beautiful bags made with this on the fan page. I've seen gorgeous quilts. I've seen cushions where we've pin tucked between them. I've seen them with binding. I've seen them separately with, you know, the blues with certain designer fabrics with your Alison glass. It will mix in. It's a great mixer to be able to mix in with lots of your other fabrics. Use it with your modern patchwork quilting book. It's 100% cotton, exclusive to us. And I can't guarantee we can honour this price all the time. Of course, we'll always do our best to, we've kept it up for a little while now, haven't we? But make the most of it. If you've already bought one in the past and used it, why not get another one for your stash? £14.99. We're down to just 25 of those panels. They will all sell out today. I would be multi-buying on that if I were you. If it is in your basket, be aware that is about to sell out. Please do check out as soon as you can. Aren't they great? 2.5-inch strips, again with that wiggle room in between, so if you're cutting them, you can cut really nice and accurately. But if you are doing, you know, pin tucks between them, they look lovely as well. I've seen Debbie Shaw doing some great projects with these panels. And John's done some lovely projects. Everyone's been, a lot of people on the fan page have been working with this. Not surprised. Great value for money for how much fabric you're getting. Okay, I've got another couple of panels, this time the Colour Me In. Colour Me In panels I love. I think it's a great chance to get children involved. Don't get me wrong, you know, adult colouring books I find very, very sort of therapeutic, very relaxing indeed, and you could do so much with these. This is why I find our fan page invaluable, really. I'd love to see what you could do with it, because I saw somebody who took this rainbow, I think it was one of the makes of the week, and appliquing it onto the back of a denim jacket once it was all coloured in, and it looked awesome. It was so good. Look at your price. Bearing in mind you're getting one rainbow, 2 rainbows, and another detail panel like this. So you're getting all of this for £6.99. So to me, that's going to keep you busy. I like the idea of maybe getting one for each member in your household and having a bit of a afternoon, bit of a, not competition, but just an afternoon of, right, let's, you know, have a bit of a colour your own placemats, because you could eau de coat them, couldn't you? You could eau de coat them. Remember, there's lots of different pens available. We've got a few of them here today. But you could do some really lovely applique projects for bags, tote bags. It could be a block of a quilt. You could do somebody's first cushion with children. It would be so lovely to get everybody colouring in and having a go. £6.99. What about little storage tubs? There's so many great ideas using these panels. £6.99 for your Colour Me In rainbow with your stars. They look lovely, don't they? So that is, I believe, I've got another one here, but I think is it the same one? It was just one that I'm allowed to colour in. This one I'm not allowed, but the other one I can, because we've got some pens as well to show you. So if you do want any of the pens, there's different ones available on the website. I think there's some that you can iron to fix the colour, some of them that just dry completely. And we've got lots of different sort of style, colours and nibs, different size nibs. Right, what I would suggest though is if you are colouring in on a dining table or anything, put something underneath it, because it could potentially bleed through depending on what pens you're using. So maybe put you know, some freezer paper underneath, another great way of using freezer paper, or an old cutting mat, something that you're not too precious over. I wouldn't want anybody drawing on their dining room table, so just be aware of that. So, which pens do you want to do? I've got these lovely small nib ones, and they. The great thing about these actually is that you've got a double-ended nib. So the one side is slimmer for some nice, well, this is Hannah, who's got a fine art degree, who's telling me that this is really lovely. She knows her nibs. And you've got the nice fine nib for more intricate detail, but then when you're doing some great colouring, you've got the thicker nib as well. And look at all of these colours. They are absolutely gorgeous. So after you've decorated it, after you've coloured in, it says to allow drying for 6 hours, then iron inside out for 5 minutes using the cotton setting on your iron, and then that will be permanently fixed. And it will mean that you can wash this and it will be absolutely fine. You can wash it and it will still stay where it is. So if you're appliquing it onto a denim jacket or something. Now this is the thicker nib, and you can see straight away it is going to be nice and quick colouring in. If you were using the thinner nib, like I'm not sure whether, there you go, you can see that a bit clearer. The thinner nib for your more intricate detail work. Don't go over the lines, you're very close to me, aren't you? That's a lovely red, isn't it? There you go. Have I gone over the lines? Gosh, I feel under pressure now. But they are really lovely panels and great projects, I think, to do with children. To get colour in, and of course you could... I'm not sure whether if you wash them, if it comes out before, I can't quote, I can't hold it to that, but if you iron it, that's when it will become colour fast. It might bleed a bit, yeah. But they're lovely bright colours, aren't they? Perfect for this project. You can see the quality. So they're your textile markers, and you get all of these great colours. So that's those. I've also got some other colours to show you. Is it a pack of 4 or a pack of 5? So I've got the pack of 4, which are your classic colours. Now these are really nice, broad tips. So just so I can show you in comparison, you can probably see, but just so you can see in comparison with the fine nibs that we were looking at, they are really, really nice, big nibs on these, like big markers. Now, what you need to do is you need to give them a really good shake before you use them. And you'll see it will, the ink will sort of pump into the top. Just give it a press down on the nib. All the instructions are there. And I think this is going to be really good maybe if you're doing banners or if you've got larger shapes that you want to colour in. They've still got that sort of articulated end to the nib, so you can still get into those corners without going over the edges. But again, these ones, let me just triple check, but I think they are ones that you'll need to just leave to dry. It's a water-based pigment ink and it's a paint marker, so I don't think this is one that you need to iron. It will just be leave it to dry 24 hours before you wash it. So they are a thicker nib, but they're gorgeous, great colours, aren't they? I'm thinking if you want to do some nice big bubble writing. That's a vibrant colour. That's a really nice bright red. So you get a red, you get a blue, you get a black, and you get a yellow. This one's got 4 different colours in. Nice to make some nice big banners though, wouldn't it? It's made me really envious that the Wilcox family have had a birthday banner that they've had in their family for years and years, since like the millennium. So for the last 20 years they put the same birthday banners up. I really like that idea. I know their family is just like the Von Trapp family. They just keep, they're the family that just keep on giving. They do. $15.99. So all of your broad point essential colours. Just give it a really good shake and engage the blade on a piece of paper first. The nib on the paper first. Okay. I suppose you could use it on anything as well. The great thing about these pens, I was watching a YouTube video on them, and there were people doing it on glass, so like on vases, on trainers, on tote bags, on hats, on banners, on stones. I know we did. Did you ever see the little? This isn't very good artwork. I don't have a fine art degree like Hannah, but we found like a big pebble. So if you want to just do some, like rockery, do you like it? I did that using these pens. And the metallic's really nice as well. Nice little message. I know in lots of people's villages they do it, hide it, and then you can just hide them around. So I think they're really lovely. They're your nice big bright pens. We've also got the different colours. So which one? Metallic. So I did show you just then. Is this the larger nibs or the smaller ones? Yeah, this one. So these are the medium. Now, I don't know whether you can see on the stone that I've done here. You've got the gold and you've got the silver. You can see that lovely metallic hue that you get. That's the silver and the gold. But again, like, you can use this on fabric. You could use it, look, even on a guitar. I think that's so cool. You could personalise all sorts with this. I like these colours. I do like these colours. So I have already sort of started these off, so they're all ready to go. But that lovely metallic rose, when it dries, it looks beautiful and shiny. Maybe for an occasion, maybe you're doing like a teddy bear that people do, you know, instead of a guest book, they do sign a teddy or a christening or something. That'd be nice. Or a special birthday, maybe a baby shower. These are nice sort of neutral colours, aren't they? So that's the sort of pink colour. This one's lovely as well, isn't it? That's really nice. You've got your purple, nice big nib. Your silver, your metallic silver, your gold. What about for Christmas projects? Personalising things for Christmas. Your lovely blue as well. You know, like sacks that say First Christmas or somebody's name, or writing on baubles. You could do baubles, couldn't you? Because you can do it with glass or all sorts. You can, I don't know, it'd be quicker for me to say what you couldn't personalise with these, if I'm honest. Have a look on YouTube because there's lots of great demonstrations on there. We're running out of time, but I will show you on the website. You've got the different size nibs of metallic. We've also got some of the brights on there, and we've also got the pastels. This is a nice idea. Sorry, I digress. But look, you could even do ceramics. I'm doing a pottery course in September. But I mean, you could just get some plain mugs and sort of decorate and personalise them as you wish, can't you? Leave it to dry. What's the slide you want to say, Shari? Oh, we've got another picture. Thank you for getting in touch with us today. Hi, Vicky. I will. Keep smiling, she's saying. This is a quote I made up using the rainbow panel and the Alison glass. That is awesome, Jill. I love that. Had the Alison glass panel on yesterday's show, and it is gorgeous, isn't it? All those colours are perfect to go with your rainbow panel. It's just good to stock up on that one, actually, because it is just one I think you're going to keep using throughout lots of projects, even if they're not necessarily bright rainbow ones. I wonder whether you could do a little quilt label that we've got to remember your lockdown quilt, because that's really special, isn't it? Especially it's all lovely rainbow colours. Thank you for sending your picture, Jill. And I will. I'll keep smiling like this. A scared smile. Right, I'm not going to keep colouring because we've got to get Katharine back soon. So I have got some Alison glass. You know what I told you not to do? Put something underneath so it doesn't bleed through was the first thing I said. Then I get the marker out and do it. That is the story of my life. Okay. We've got loads of different Alison gloss on the website, or the whole collection, but I'm just going to pick some at random. They're gorgeous. I love the magenta purple. So this one's HBW U04. I'm just going to show you a couple of the different prints. That's 1/2 metre. They're available all by the 1/2 metre. This is called Jam. I just love the name of this colour. And it's the pattern's called embroidery. You've got so many different motifs. You've got a seahorse on there. You've got dragonflies. You've got like your, you've got ace, heart, club and diamonds. You've got horseshoes. You've got birds. You've got lovely nature things. You've got some haberdashery. You've even got a turtle on here. I mean, it's so random and so cool, isn't it? absolutely brilliant. I mean, they're all things, I suppose you could still draw on these using your pen, couldn't you? Or you could fill in the gaps with embroidery thread. That would look beautiful. Or just fussy cutting opportunities. Using them as blenders or solids and just seeing elements of those little prints. It's great. And look at the price for Alison glass fabric. £6.99 a half metre. Great value for money. I'm also going to pick out one more with a different print so you can see. There's loads more on the website, just to remind you. I'm going to go for the blues, always very popular, isn't it? This is IHWU69. So you can see the different prints because they're the two different prints on menagerie. So there's menagerie and there is embroidery. Have a look on the website and you'll see all of the different colourways. This one's colour opal. It's £6.99 a half metre. If you are thinking of larger projects, it will be cut off the bolt, especially for you, for whatever size you want. So it goes up on by the half metre. If you want 2 metres, add 4 units to your basket. Just £6.99. It's definitely worth making the most of the fact it's only 1p&p all day. And we've seen some beautiful projects with Alison glass. That would look lovely as well with your modern rainbow patchwork quilt book. That would look really nice. Okay, shall we get Katharine back? We've got a gorgeous project, a really great beginner's project, a Debbie Shaw book and a bolster cushion. We're going to bring Katharine back. I'll see you right after this.
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter. But I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show!
Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the watch live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping.
If you love sewing, then you need the UK's favourite sewing magazine. Every month, you'll receive exclusive patterns. Follow simple step-by-step guides suitable for all skill levels to make your own stunning clothes, accessories and more, together with inspiring tips and tricks from industry experts. Join in and discover your love for sewing. Try Love Sewing today and get your first 3 issues for just £6.
Hello, I'm Katharine Wright. I'm from Leicestershire Craft Centre, which is based in Market Harborough. I love all kinds of sewing, but probably my favourite thing to do is dressmaking. But I also teach patchwork and free motion embroidery and anything to do with textiles really. I love to have a go at felting and crochet and knitting and, oh, you name it, I'll have a go at it. So I started sewing when I was 7. My mum taught me to sew, and the very first thing I made was an apron. But I'm a terribly impatient person. I just want to get on with the project. So I didn't wait for her to help me cut it out, and I cut it out myself, and I didn't know you had to have a seam allowance. So I made the world's smallest apron, and my mum still has it somewhere. Sewing tips, I would say, I teach a lot of people to sew, especially beginners, and I would say don't get disheartened. Take your learning journey slowly. Don't expect to suddenly make a ball gown or suddenly make a king-size quilt. Build up your skills, slowly. And I would also say the iron is your friend. Use your iron a lot. It makes your sewing look so much better. It helps you get things in place where you want it before you sew, and is a really handy thing to have.
Hello everyone, I'm Delphine Brooks. It's so great to be here and part of the Sewing Street family. I'm local, I'm only down the road in Warwickshire. I started sewing many years ago when I was very young, doing lots of art and painting, and eventually I went into textiles, and I really enjoyed doing the two together. I then had a bit of a break. Something you don't know about me maybe is that I spent many years in the Royal Air Force and eventually in the police as well. And then I went full circle, and I've come back to my happy place of sewing, and which I really enjoy. My best sewing tip is measure twice and cut once. I have chipped up a couple of times by not measuring properly, and I do always regret it. So now I always measure twice, cut once. Anyway, I really hope to be with you again soon, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Would you like to take part in our weekly competition? If you do, then all you have to do is head to the Sewing Street fan page group on Facebook. Post your picture of your make. Myself, Debbie Shaw, and John Cole Morgan love looking at all of your makes every week. We pick our favourite and announce the winner every Friday live on the show. Happy sewing and good luck.
Hello there, I'm Debbie Shaw, and I would love you to join me on the first Monday of every single month for Sewing Street Surgery. Now, this is a dedicated hour where I answer your questions, and that could be questions about techniques, it could be questions about tools, it could be questions about new products, or maybe something that you've seen that you just don't understand. There's a lot of questions about tensions on sewing machines, and there's a lot of questions about working with different weights of fabrics. So if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, the easiest way to bring a question over to us is to go to our Facebook page and post your question on there. I will collate all of those questions throughout the week. If we need any new products for you, or if we need any new demonstrations, those will all be worked on leading up to that first Monday of the month. So do join me, Debbie Shaw, on Sewing Street Surgery on the first Monday.
Hi, I'm Rosie Wells. My name's Poppy and I'm a nutritional therapist.
Hi, I'm Ruth Lynette and I can't wait to join you all on the brand new Gemporia Lifestyle channel.
If you're a fan of primal living, you're going to adore what's around the corner.
What is lifestyle? Lifestyle is healthy habits.
Feeling good, it's about looking great.
Making sure that we're taking good care of ourselves inside.
And it's about the life that you lead and the home that you live in.
All of this is why I'm so excited. We've got the most wonderful team.
Homeware deals and primal deals under one roof on one channel.
I can't wait to share this brand new channel with you. So we'll see you soon on Gemporia Lifestyle.
Gemporia Lifestyle, coming soon to Freeview Channel 74 and gemporia.com.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you're having a lovely morning. It's full of lots of smiles. Lots of people keep messaging, just keep smiling. We will. Do you know what? This hour, we're going to absolutely breeze through this. You're going to love it. Those of you that are brand new to sewing, I love the fact that our community and our family has extended so much over the last few months. We are brand new show. We only launched back in February, on February the 14th. And since then, especially through lockdown, a lot of people have been maybe brushing off an old sewing machine they had in the loft or in the garage, or borrowing a sewing machine or purchasing a sewing machine from us, which is very exciting. Maybe, carrying it in your new sewing machine bag when you get it home. That's now sold out. Well done if you got it. But I love the fact that we've got a lot of new people who are joining us every single day. So projects like this are absolutely ideal for you. I love a bolster cushion, whether it be on a bed or whether it be for the base of your back whilst you're sewing. They're so useful. I love the shape and I love the choice of fabric with this. And they come from our Debbie Shaw's book. Of course, and now I am going to be biased because love Debbie, she's one of our presenters here, but also she is a fabulous teacher. She is very, very, very good at what she does, writing books, especially when it comes to projects like this. She's a fantastic teacher, and it's very clear and ideal for somebody who is a new sewer. So the book is £10.49, and it's designed, amazing price point for one, because you've got 22 projects in here. There you go, do the math. It is pence a project. It is a 50p project. So here you're looking at 22 outdoor living projects. I'm pleased you're back, Paul, because he's as bad as maths as me. Quick maths. So our Debbie is giving you great tips for complete beginners. If you watch the show regularly, you will have seen Debbie, and she does give you fantastic, great tips without all the jargon. I think when I first started in the sewing world, I was a bit daunted by what I felt was a foreign language, like so many different terms and terminology and jargon that was used, and abbreviations as well. When I look at patterns and it says RST, and I'm like, what does that mean? Right sides together? I now know. But Debbie doesn't do that. If it's right sides together, she will physically write right sides together. So you don't have to worry about that. Books, of course, just assume that you know a lot of things, whereas actually, even if you are an experienced sewer, you still need a book that breaks it down and tells you, holds your hand through each project, because each project is different. So Debbie's fantastic at that. Talks you through useful stitches, key techniques, how to add some lovely decoration, bias binding, talking about mitered corners and talking about inserting zips and piping, magnetic clasps like we saw earlier on with Katharine, and then goes into your projects, and they're all designed for outside living. So we've been very, very lucky so far this year with our weather, and I think it's going to continue all this week and next week. So hopefully, our summer's not over yet. We can still get prepared now, especially we're allowed, friends in the garden or going out to a park and having a picnic. It'd be nice to do some lovely projects like this. So things like pom-pom tablecloth, plant pot covers. Hannah, she's got many of these. I did go to Hannah's garden for her birthday last week, and your garden is beautiful, Han. She's on top of all of her plants and plant pots. They're beautiful. And things like this, these are really nice as well, because look, they've got like a nice little gather as well with ribbon. Bunting, always useful and a nice first project for people. A frilled chair pillow, they're nice. Maybe you want to do some upcycling. They're quite expensive, They can be really expensive, and they probably don't match your room completely, whereas you can choose your favourite fabric and ones that match with your interiors. Imagine a Liberty one or a William Morris, or, they'd be absolutely beautiful. And how to do all these lovely frills and details. Your patchwork picnic mat. I like that folds up as well. Picnics are very much the thing at the moment, obviously. They are at the moment for all of us, but it can be quite, a chore taking a blanket and taking this and taking that. Whereas this is really nice. It's got a little handle. It rolls up nicely with a bit of Velcro. And then it all rolls out, and it looks ever so comfy. Your buttoned pillow. You've also got a teepee. How cool is this? I want a teepee. I know my goddaughter would love this, like a unicorn, her own princess den. She's just turning 6, and this is exactly what she wants. But, I would like a teepee too. Just in my house, yeah. Your heart decorations, just to have my own space. away from you, the man that lives in my house, as I always call him, my husband. Your beanbag stools, these are cute. That's what you need, by the way, Hannah. Hannah's got a few unfinished projects in her house. She's got a room dedicated to UFOs, unfinished projects. One of which being, and aliens. One of these, by the way, is ideal for your house, Hannah. She's got a lovely arrangement of seating, though, for her garden. This is what we're making today. The pipe box pillow looks beautiful. The bolster cushion, obviously you could do the box pillow like this, and then the bolster cushion on the top. All your instructions are here, but they look nice together. Mitred corners, tablecloth. There's so many projects. I'm still not done. Rustic table accessories. Oh, that's like my wedding accessories. They're really nice, aren't they? Debbie did something similar with that, with a coffee mug holder, mug rug. Round pillows, different shaped pillows. This is a nice gift for a gent, actually, isn't it? You know, someone who enjoys cooking or barbecuing. Well, for anybody who loves barbecuing, but I'm just thinking of my Kieran. They're really nice gifts for gents. It's sometimes difficult, isn't it, to make things for gents. Picnic caddy, smaller one to fit all your cutlery. So it's a great book, comes with all the templates in the back. We're going to be working from it today, so I'm sure Katharine will be talking all about that in just a moment. The two bundles that we've got, the one that's already been made up is this one with your lovely, I like these colours. I do like that nice candy blue. So you have your stripe, 1/2 metre. That is gorgeous, isn't it? 1/2 metre of your stripes. You also have 1/2 metre of your, oh no, actually, is that a metre by the looks of things? All 3 different prints, plus you then get 2 reels of ribbon. That is a lot of ribbon, isn't it? You're going to have plenty of ribbon there. And remember to get the book for your instructions. They come separately. So I know a lot of people have got it. So you get 2 reels of ribbon, your stars 1 metre, cotton poplin spots 1/2 metre, and then 1/2 metre of stripes as well, which is that lovely blue stripe. £23.49. That's the one that Katharine's already made up. And then this one's cool, isn't it? If you like, I'm really into a shop called Oliver Bonus at the moment, or if you like, I'm trying to think of other similar ones. John Lewis, and if you go to Next at Home maybe, or any of these lovely individual interiors, I can imagine seeing something like this. Marks & Spencer's got some really nice homeware stuff at the moment as well. But anyway, it reminds me of the sort of prints that you see, and you can make your own. I'm going somewhere with it. I'm not just saying, these are a list of shops that I know. I've been to these shops. Although I haven't actually, do you know what? I haven't actually been to a couple of small shops in my little town. Haven't been to the big ones yet. Paul's still not been to a supermarket yet. Have you been doing your home shopping then, home delivery? Right, so you're getting 2 metres of fabric in total. So you get 1/2 metre of your tiger. I love that fabric, it's awesome, isn't it? 1 metre of chartreuse. 1/2 metre of your navy spot, and then this time you're getting this lovely, almost like denim-y, it's really nice denim-y ribbon. Denim ribbon it is. Denim ribbon. You get 2 metres of denim ribbon, £17.95 for your whole bundle, ready to go. Shall we see how we make it? If you haven't yet shopped with us, then you can purchase a number of different ways, whether it be on the web or on the phone line. In fact, this is all the info you need to know. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. I absolutely love this cushion, Katharine. Welcome back.
Hello again.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
This is actually a really, well, I don't want to jinx us now, but this is actually a lovely project for new sewers as well, isn't it?
It's a really lovely, straightforward project, absolutely. Obviously, experienced sewers will whiz it up in minutes, and you've got a fantastic accessory for your home. I'd like this in I think a conservatory. Oh, nice. It's conservatory type colours. I can imagine wicker furniture, can't you?
Yeah, it's quite beachy, isn't it?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. And especially the book, I mean, it's designed outside living, but this is perfect for, like you say, conservatory, for your bedroom, for your workroom, supporting your lower back. I mean, this is really great cushion. But have you had many picnics? Have you been picnicking?
We've done a lot in our back garden, actually. Yeah. I managed to procure a tent for my children.
Amazing.
And it came, this massive tent came with no instructions at all.
Oh, no.
So we had a happy afternoon putting it up.
Yeah.
And then children spent a couple of nights in it. They were more than happy. More than happy.
Brilliant.
So hopefully,
that's fun.
Exactly. If it gets warm again, we'll be doing that again.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? So the bolster style cushion. This time you're using the Tiger. Do you love that? That is so cool, isn't it?
It's really nice. I would be very hard pressed to choose between them.
Yeah,
I would probably
really like them.
get both. Right. So yes, the large piece of fabric. You are going to cut a piece 20 inches by 23 inches, and then your smaller patterned piece is 11 inches by 23 inches, and 11 by 20. And all I've done in advance is cut those out, and I've used fabric spray adhesive because that's what Debbie tells us to use.
Okay.
And do you know what? I'd never used it before.
Is that like a 505 spray?
Yeah.
Right.
So spray on the back, and it sticks it on beautifully. I'd not used it before, I wasn't sure how it would be, but actually really good because obviously you don't need any pins. So when I did that and I placed it so that you get it central, you've got 6 inches either side of, and then your piece down the middle. And I used my cutting mat like this to try and get it straight because it's very easy to, get it off, so you can line it up like that and get it straight. And then the other thing that you need to cut are 2 strips to make this lovely binding edge. And I think this little edge is what really just finishes it off. It just makes it look really special, doesn't it? And it's, not difficult. So it's 2 pieces, they're 2 inches wide, and I just cut the width of the fabric, so you'll see they're actually slightly longer than the piece, but that gives us something to play with. Now I'm just going to get my iron up and show you how to make it into your bias binding. And it's such a good idea to use your iron to get these things prepped, because it just makes your sewing so much easier.
Oh, it does make such a difference. I hate ironing so much, but there's a difference, isn't there, between ironing and pressing. It's not like ironing your clothes.
Oh no,
at home.
I don't really do ironing my clothes, but this is all right because you only do it once and then it makes something really good. It's not like doing your clothes which just keep coming round and round, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we're just going to turn in a small edge. I'd say that's about just under 1 centimetre.
You're just eyeballing it.
I am actually, on each side.
And would you, if teach someone who's completely new to this, would you maybe
I would probably say about 1 centimetre, half centimetre to 1 centimetre, yes. People who do come to my classes will know that I am terrible for going, oh, about that much. Not very good at measuring things. I do a lot of things by eye. You can get little bias binding makers.
Oh yeah.
That will turn it in for you, and then you press it as it comes out the other end.
Oh, I know a lot of people that love making binding.
So they're
though.
quite nice to use.
It's nice to be able to. I know a lot of people you could buy pre-made bias binding, but it's nice to be able to mix it in with your coordinating fabrics and make your own, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then when you've tucked in the edges, then you are going to fold it in half and press along like that.
It's a good point actually that this needs to be bias binding because it's going round curves. Could you do?
Well, we are going to sew it flat.
Straight,
There isn't much curved stitching on this.
Right.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you wanted, use ribbon, I suppose, as well. But these are such lovely fabric combinations.
Yeah.
That they work really well. And you could sew. Here, as they say, is one I made earlier.
Lovely.
We'll just give that a very quick press. So you've got your 2 strips of binding. Pop that down. Okay. And I'm going to pin it on so that it covers the edge of the tiger fabric.
Tell you what, that navy works really well with the tiger,
Really
doesn't
nice,
it?
isn't it? It's just a real like pop of, it's not even bright, but the contrast is really, really good.
I think it's a skill in itself trying to put together fabrics that work right. I would never know what colour to put with that tiger, and chartreuse probably wouldn't have been top of my list, and it works really
You've got
well.
the green in there. That's one of my favourite things though about sewing and making things is the choosing and putting fabrics together. That for me is really fun.
Just so you know, this one is called the Navy Bundle, even though you can't see much navy on the screen at the moment. It is the chartreuse and the tiger, but it's the navy spot that makes it called. It is called Navy Bundle.
Right, I'm going to pin both sides. You can see I've pinned across so that I can stitch over my pins. I don't have to take them out as I go, and it will stop it all moving around when you do it. That sometimes seems a bit of a scary thing to do.
Okay.
To sew over your pins.
Yeah, I don't sew over pins, if I'm honest. I get scared of sewing over pins.
Usually the worst that can happen
is you break a needle.
Is that you break a needle, but I know all about that, don't I? So we're all right. And usually, it doesn't usually happen, but that's famous last words now, isn't it? We shall see. But it does just mean, and especially if you are new to sewing, it's not going to like move around and go wobbly, and if you can do this and you can do it without taking your pins out then. Otherwise, especially when you're starting, you often have a tendency to think, oh, a pin's coming up, stop quite a long way away before you take the pin out.
Okay.
And then it's moved and then you don't get such a good result. Of course, if you're being really careful, you could tack it in place if you wanted to. But I'm not a big fan of tacking. It takes too long.
No.
I like to just get on in there and crack on and get my project done.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do one of my favourite things, nice bit of top stitching down each side.
Have you got your white thread still in?
I've still got white thread, but I think that's going to be nice.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right, let's see how we go today.
Have you changed your stitch length at all, or?
I've kept it just at the default.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, machines' defaults these days are usually just a nice standard stitch, and this is just a nice, or you know, because it's a nice basic project. I don't think you need to worry too much. We're not going through lots of different thicknesses.
Oh, Catherine, I don't want you to lose your ribbon on the end of the table there.
It's going, isn't it?
Yeah. It was like tipping point then.
Okay, so that's down. It looks quite nice, the white, I think. Let's go back down the other side. So this is a really good project actually for getting your eye in and getting good at straight lines.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes new sewers will find it quite hard to sew straight, but it's all about not watching the needle.
Okay, so where do you watch? Where you're sewing? Or?
Yeah, so I can see on my machine foot there's a little groove on that thing, and if I keep my eye on that and it's lined up with the edge of the binding, that helps me to keep nice and straight.
I suppose it's like when you're driving, isn't it? You don't look at your car while you're driving, you look ahead of where you're going, or you...
I always say sewing is a lot like driving.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because really you're steering and you're pressing the accelerator, aren't you? So
that's where you're going wrong, Paul.
Okay, we'll do the other side to match. And it's just a really nice detail on this, I think.
No pressure. Just so you know, Neil is here in the studio. Oh, hello! Ryan's our new... so who's Ryan?
He's our new junior buyer.
New junior buyer! Oh, exciting! Nice to meet you.
Okay, one side to go.
Yeah. Like you said, once you've gone up and down, then it will actually just you learn to get your Ryan of knowing how close to the edge needs to be. How exciting! A new junior buyer.
It's all happening. It's so nice. Do you not feel that things are starting to get a little bit more normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it is. It's all normal, but I can't fit in any of my jeans.
Do you know what? I just bought new ones.
Oh no!
I just bought new bigger ones. My son, during lockdown, has taken up baking in a big way.
Oh wow!
It's fantastic. He's really good. He can do bread. He's done all sorts. He's only 13. Fantastic.
Brilliant.
However, has meant I've put on about half a stone and had to buy some bigger jeans. Well, yes,
supporting his baking.
Absolutely. Right, so we can just trim off that excess.
I've been making lots of banana bread. I keep seeing lots of other people doing it as well.
Yes.
It's got to that point in lockdown, about a week in, that everyone started making banana bread.
That's because we've all been sat at home not eating our 5 a day of fruit and veg, have we?
No, I know, it's taken its toll.
Okay, so we've done the nice decorative bit, nice and flat, so we're going to start to put our bolster together. So you're going to fold it in half and it's across the pattern way.
Okay.
So that our pattern goes round the cushion rather than along the cushion. And you want to try and line up your little bits of decoration because that will look a lot smarter.
Mm-hmm. Because it will join.
Yes,
I
you've got to join, and if you've got it way out, it will annoy you.
Yeah, it's worth taking that extra second to pin at this point.
Yes. Although do remember, if it isn't perfect, you always put your seam at the back on your sofa, don't you?
Yeah.
Or on your deck chair, so no one will know except you. And all the people that are watching me do this and get it not quite right.
Some lovely projects in this book, by the way. It's only £10.49. There's 22 different projects. I think it's always great value for money, especially the teepee. I like the idea.
It'd be fab to make that for your kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then they could have their tea parties in it all summer. When they're allowed to have their friends round, they can have a little sleepover.
Yeah, that would be so good.
Fab. I fancy
Great value
a
for money. Especially, you know, I'm just thinking, we've got extra wide backing fabric, which would be great for the teepee, so it's definitely worth having a look on the website. What would we need to type in on the search code? Just, maybe just search underneath. I think did I have 2 of them on yesterday? I had 2 on yesterday, so you shouldn't have to scroll too far down. Normally I say Crossroads, but I don't think this was Crossroads. It was more like a mottled one, so have a look through. So now we're just
stitching down that seam. Now you want to start and stop with about 1 inch to spare. Inch not done. Do you know what, Vicky? I'd started the other end before I remembered that, so I might have to undo 1 or 2 stitches, but you can see I've done it this end.
Okay.
This is so that when we make this end part with the channel for our ribbon to go through, it will work. So I've left an inch there. I've been a little bit too overzealous here, and I'm just going to undo a few stitches just so that I can make that work. Look, I'd reversed it beautifully as well. It's always the way, isn't it? But
very secure.
do you know what? See, it doesn't matter how experienced you are at sewing, you always have to do unpicking.
Oh, you need to get one of those stitch removers. Have you seen them? The electronic. They look like
It sounds like I could do with one of those.
They're really good.
Right, so I've got a little bit, an inch on each end. I'm going to just press this seam open and right up to the end as well, because it's going to mean that we've got a nice neat...
Oh, might need the mat underneath.
Right.
Sorry.
A nice neat channel where the ribbon goes through.
So we had a nice message from Liz. Oh, thank you very, very much for your message, Liz. She said, just wanted to compliment Katharine. She's a natural on telly.
Oh, thank you.
She says, I'm addicted to Sewing Street. I watch every day. Yes. She says, now I have another reason to watch. Yay, best wishes from Liz.
Oh, thank you, Liz.
She said, P.S. I've always wanted to make a bolster cushion. There you go.
And now you can.
Yeah.
Now you can.
I suppose is that helping to reduce the bulk opening?
Yes, and because you need to press this bit down as well. Because when we're going to make our little channel for the ribbon to go through, we've got a neat edge.
Right.
If I left it open like that and made the channel, suddenly I've got a raw edge and it's going to fray and it's not going to look so neat. But yes, do you know what? Your sewing always looks 100% better if you press it.
Right.
It always does. So I'm a big fan of pressing as you go, and it will all look better and go in where you want it.
Yeah.
So we're going to iron these channels and get them ready for putting our ribbon through. Right, we're going to turn it. The instructions tell us to do a little fold and then another little fold. And again, if we use our iron to get it into place, it makes the whole stitching thing much, much easier. I feel all fingers and thumbs. Doesn't want to do it. This, if you've got, because I teach all ages to sew, and if you have got children that like to sew, this would be a really good project to do with them actually, because it's not too difficult, or grandchildren, I've got a lot.
Does your son sew?
He does. He can do, yes. I've got 2 daughters as well.
2 daughters.
And they both sew too.
How old are your children? So your son's 12.
I've got Anna, who's 15, and Henry, who's 13, and Helena, who's just turned 11.
Oh, amazing. How have you been getting on with homeschooling?
Oh, we don't like school at home very much, no.
Say no more.
We're all very keen to go back to school. Luckily, we're broken up and we're on school holidays now. Where I live.
Means,
so that's great.
Just baking and crafting.
Baking and crafting, absolutely, yes.
Camping in the garden.
Camping in the garden. It's all going to get a lot more chilled.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Nice little channel there.
Right, do you want to do it now? Sorry, Hannah. I've just got to, one second. Somebody's just asked how it is that you get in touch. Here's the email address of how you get in touch. It's studio@sewingstreet.com. studio@sewingstreet.com is the email address if you've got any messages for Katharine. If you want to get any messages in for Jayne Brogan, who's going to be joining me with the 780 and the Elna overlocker as well. So if you've got any questions for her, get them all in now. If you want to email the studio, that's how you get in touch. Sorry, thank you.
Right, so I've got that channel pressed. I've just put a couple of pins in to hold it. I'm just going to slide that bit off so that we can get it round which lets us sew in a circle much more easily, doesn't it? So, and you're going to sew, if I just put it back to show you, you're going to sew close to this edge here, the inner folded edge. If you go too far over, you won't be able to thread your ribbon through. So pop that round. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a bit tangled up down here. That's it. And you're going to go all the way around, and then there should be those folded, those pressed edges should be the channel where you pop your ribbon.
Oh, the free arm's helping with this as well, isn't it?
It really is, yes.
Most machines will have hopefully a free arm. If it doesn't have a free arm, you'd still be able to do this part, wouldn't you?
You can, it's just slightly more fiddly, and what you'd need to do is you would have to sort of bunch it up out the way a little bit so that you don't stitch the wrong bits together. But yes, it's perfectly doable without the free arm. So we've got a nice channel edge there, and we're going to just do the same on the other end.
I do like this denim ribbon as well that's going to be put
It's
in
nice.
the channels.
I've not seen that before actually,
No, I think
and
that would look
it's
really nice.
Nice. Got a really nice feel to it actually.
That comes with your navy bundle. The navy bundle, by the way, is the one that Katharine's using. It is the one that is green. The navy bundle is the one that's green, yeah. No, it's just because it has a navy spot as well.
So is that the one grey then?
It should be, shouldn't it really, if it were that? Is this one called blue? Blue stripe. That one's called blue stripe, and that one's just called navy. Yeah, so sorry to confuse us. It makes sense, doesn't it?
There's some logic in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, my eldest daughter, she's very good. She comes and helps me teach younger children.
Brilliant.
She's very good on the sewing machines.
So what age do children start to come to you to go to classes?
I teach them really from about 7.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, with the sewing bee on and lots of different things on the television, I think it is coming back. I think through sort of my generation at school, we almost sort of bypassed it. It was always really sort of essential when my mum was at school, but I think now it is coming back, and it's such an amazing, I was saying to Katharine before the show, it's such a great skill to have, such a sense of achievement when you wear something that you made, and that moment when somebody says, where'd you get that? And you get to say that you made it.
It's lovely when people do that. Yeah. Oh, I made it myself, and it does make you feel good, yeah.
Whether it be a bag or a cushion or even a gift for somebody, a quilt or anything that you make, that sense of achievement. And I think it's actually more sentimental. If somebody's moving house or something, or you want to get a gift for someone, making it, I think, makes such a difference.
I think as gifts,
so sentimental.
Couldn't be nicer, could it?
Yeah.
No, it was my mum's birthday, and I gave her a quilt this year. I made her a quilt.
Lovely.
So she was very pleased.
Yeah,
you do.
And this is a project. I mean, you're a whiz on the machine, so this is something at home. You said you can really do very quickly. Actually, if you're an experienced sewer, it's a nice, quick project.
Very
quicker
nice.
than going to the shops and trying to find something as a present for someone.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, I actually think something like that in the shops would be quite expensive.
Yeah.
And you've got quite a lot of fabric in those bundles. You could even possibly squeeze 2 out.
Oh, that's good to know.
There seemed to be quite a lot left over when I was making up the demo.
Nice.
I thought.
I wonder whether actually, because it's sort of teamed in the book with this one, with the piped box pillow, I wonder whether, I mean, have a look through the projects. Maybe you could do something else from the book, whether it be like
I'm sure you could.
The knotted bolster pillow or some bunting maybe. You could do a little picnic bag.
You could have a really
covers
nice coordinating outside
Absolutely.
set, couldn't you?
That's good to know. You've got plenty of fabric to have a bit of a play around with.
and then have all your friends over for afternoon tea and carry your Prosecco home in your lovely bag you made earlier.
There you go.
So we're sorted. So you can see that actually there is not a massive amount of sewing in this.
No, no difficult sewing
No
either.
difficult
Even though
sewing.
it's sewing in the round, you're still sewing straight, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes. No, it's not difficult at all. It's a really nice beginner's project. And there are lots of people who've, taken it up, which is great, absolutely fantastic.
Have you had lots of inquiries about people starting to join potentially in the future?
Yes,
Nice,
definitely. So I think we're going to, and we're all watching the Sewing Bee, and it inspires us, doesn't it? Okay, so you've got this lovely, let's turn it round, you've got your nice 2 channels. And you can see it's starting to take shape. We've just got to thread our ribbon through. Now, I think, what have we got here? We've got a metre.
I think you get 2
which is going to
1
be plenty.
metre ribbon pieces.
Absolutely. So safety pin in the end. And we're
Is
just
this how
going to
Debbie
feed
suggests to do
it
it in
through.
the instructions?
She does.
Yeah.
She says a pin or a bodkin.
Okay.
This is the way I've always done it, with a safety pin, and just feed the fabric along and pull it through. And because you've got a nice long piece of ribbon, you don't have to worry about losing the end inside. I was attempting to alter some jeans for my daughter the other day.
Right.
He's gone in the opposite direction. She's very little, and I kept losing that bit. It'd be like I'd get it 3/4 of the way through, and then it would ping off.
So at least, you're not going to lose the end.
This is not going to happen with this. This is much friendlier.
It's really nice. There's lots of people who have come back to work at our sister channel, Draw and Maker, and they've really gone on the fitness the last 3 months. They've been doing all exercises, Joe Wicks every day at home. And like, why did I not have that mindset 3 months ago? I think all of us maybe did it for like a week or so, and then we started baking banana bread.
Absolutely. We just started enjoying lions, really.
Yeah,
not getting up too early. Yeah. Right, so then you fed it through and you just pull it right up nice and tight.
I think this is a really lovely project to do for, you could do lots with this. You could put bags in there, like carrier bags. You could turn that into a little storage containers, couldn't you?
I'll tell you what I thought of.
Go on.
I thought it would be nice on your bed and you could keep your pyjamas in it.
Yes.
Couldn't you?
Yeah.
And I thought, actually for children, it would be really nice on the bed to put their PJs in. Would work really well.
Yeah. If you did it in I'm thinking like a different, maybe like a waterproofy fabric. It could even be one that if you go to the beach, something you put your swimming stuff or your towel in even.
Yeah. You could adapt it when you know what you're doing with it. Adapt it and put like a picnic blanket inside.
Yeah,
make it all match.
I love a hat.
There's a lot of ideas that you could do, actually, aren't there? But it's a really nice. It's a nice shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were going to change it, you'd want to keep those proportions because it's got lovely proportions.
Oh, absolutely. I would keep it as it is, like this. What about with Christmas fabric? And it almost looks like a cracker. Do you know what I mean? Like Christmas cracker. It could be have Christmas gifts in. Or
yes, you could do some really nice big ribbon through.
Yeah.
On the ends. That's a good idea because actually these days, bit of sustainable gift wrapping.
Absolutely.
Instead of fabric wrapping paper, these would be fantastic, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to go home and do some making, aren't we?
There's so many ideas. This is the great thing about these books is that, yes, you get the sort of ideas and then I love seeing everybody's interpretation of it and having the same instructions, but everyone then has different ideas. There's 22 projects in there, but actually there's so much more. With the bunting, you could do some really cool bunting, maybe some applique on it and personalising it. Or definitely want to see a teepee. Please, if you do ever make the teepee, please put it on the Facebook fan page.
Okay, so we put the little bolster cushion or your pad inside, and if you can't, you can easily make one if you can't get a bolster cushion pad.
Okay.
Old pillow, and just adjust it so that you can use the dimensions of this, because you know that this is 20 by 23. Use the same dimensions. Off you go. Again, nice bit of recycling and upcycling.
Amazing.
Okay, tie those ends up. And I like also that you've got these tied ends, because it means it's going to be nice and easy to get off when you want to wash it.
Absolutely. It's fab, isn't it? We love that. And I do actually really like that colourway, especially for outside of it. I think that's so cool.
It's really funky.
It's
I
really
like it a lot.
cool. Love it. Thank you ever so much. And like you say, that's a really lovely, simple, quick make, isn't it?
It is, really
When are you
nice.
back on with us, Catherine?
I believe in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. Do you know what you're doing yet?
No, not yet.
No, don't know yet. Don't know yet. How
But I'm
exciting.
sure it'll be something fabulous.
It is so lovely to have you in the studio, and honestly, you've been amazing today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks then. Do not go anywhere. We're going to have a quick recap of all of the kits and the book right after this. This is how you buy. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Oh, what an amazing addition Catherine is as well. Oh gosh, look at my hair. I've had a bit of a... Did you? Thank you. I just said, oh, you look nice. Sorry. I went a bit 80s vibe then, didn't I, with my hair? Sorry. Anyway, Catherine is an amazing addition to us. Even, against the elements in the first one, and that was just breeze nice and easily through. We've got two different kits. Those of you that already have got... the book, we wanted to do it separately just in case you already have Debbie Shaw's book, as I know a lot of you do. It's gorgeous though, especially if you want to get some outdoor living projects. There's some great ones for around your home as well, and really nice achievable ones. I think Debbie's ever so clear with her instructions to make it achievable for even brand new sewers, and nice gifts for people. Quarter of the stock of the book has gone. Do check out as soon as you can. The value for money is fantastic. We're looking less than £1 a project. And then when you start thinking about all of the adaptations that you can do, plus you can watch back today's show, and we literally did, of course, from start to finish, the whole project of the Bolster Cushion. Watch back on YouTube. For £10.49 if you want to have a go at lots of those projects. Can't wait to see somebody's TP. Please make the TP. Right. Maybe if I know that who was it who messaged in earlier on? Someone very kindly messaged in saying that they're going to make me a coin purse. I wonder whether I'll be able to get a TP as well. What about TP, anybody? I'm only joking. But it was Wendy. Of course, Wendy was going to make me a coin purse. Maybe just upscale it to a TP. Paul saying. I don't think I'd be able to fit a TP out on my decking, but that would be so amazing, wouldn't it? So this is the first colour option. It's called navy, and that's because it's got like a navy stripe around it with your denim navy bows, but don't be sort of confused by that. It is this option, which comes with the lovely tiger print. You get ½ metre of your tiger print. Let me move this all over so we can see it. So you get ½ metre of your tiger print. You also then get a metre of your chartreuse, and then you also get ½ metre of your navy. Now, if you think about it, we've literally just used it for the bias binding, for the binding. So You have got loads of fabric there. I mean, so much fabric to play around with, to have a bit of a go with other projects from the book, or make other bits and bobs for wherever you're putting it, whether it be in a conservatory or outside or in your workroom. You can make some nice little storage boxes and things to go with, maybe. And then you're also going to get 2 meters, so 2 1-meter pieces of your denim ribbon, which is really nice. It's the first time I've seen this, and it's lovely. So that comes as well with the kit to make your bolster cushion. We also have option 2. Now, we haven't seen this one as much. It was the one that Katharine made up at home, and it looks like this. It's beautiful, isn't it? I do like that colourway, I must say. I think that would be really nice for, as Katharine said, like a pyjama sort of bag to take for children to take sleepovers when you're allowed to go to friends' houses. It would be lovely. So, you have your stripe blue, your beautiful stars, and your cotton spot, which is for your binding. So you have 1/2 metre. You then have 1/2 metre of your stripe. So in fact, you could use either. You could use this for your binding, or you could use this as you've got the same amount, so you can switch it around however you want. And then you've also got your lovely stars, which is 1/2 metre of that. Plus you get 2. That's a lot of ribbon, isn't it? Hang on, how much is on here? 5 metres. I really don't know why we've got 10 metres of ribbon in this bundle, but you know how much I love ribbon. You do get 10 metres of ribbon. You probably need 2 metres, but we're giving you 10, just because. £23.49. 10 metres of ribbon, that is crazy. There you go, £23.49. So it isn't just to make this cushion, you're gonna be able to make loads. You've got a lot of fabric there to get playing around with. Okay, so there you go, they're your 2 bundles. Now, we've got the most exciting hour for you lined up. Jayne Brogan is here. She's here and she's going to be talking through 2 of our favourite Elna machines. So stay tuned, get your questions in, studio@sewingstreet.com, and we'll see you with Jayne after this.
Hello, my name is Sally Stevens. I'm from Worcestershire, a little town called Upton-upon-Severn, which is a lovely little riverside town. And not far from there, I also have a little sewing studio, so I can work and leave all my mess left out when I'm preparing projects and quilts and so on. My speciality is, in fact, quilting, patchwork and quilting, and I probably started that when I was about 14 years ago. So as I often joke, that was only 7 years ago. In fact, it was rather a lot longer. But I've always enjoyed crafting, and patchwork really hooked me, and I love it. So now then, what can I tell you? Something you may not realise about me is that although lots of you have seen me many, many times on Sewing TV and at classes, because I teach as well, I also do a lot of unpicking. So don't be afraid ever. If you have to unpick things, so do we. It's not a problem. We all have to start somewhere. And sometimes you get a bit cocky and think, oh, I can just do that without pinning or without this. And then you think, should have paid attention to my own words. So some sewing tips for you. That's one, keep a seam ripper handy. That will always be your friend. And another one that I think is very important, whether you're a beginner or more experienced, when you're sewing something, particularly for the first time, a new technique, slow down. There's no rush, it's not a race. Have a little practice with spare fabrics if you've got them before you use your best fabric that you've just purchased so that you get your techniques just right. But also slow down, take your time, watch what you're doing, think about what you're doing, and read the instructions. That's always very useful. So what can I say? I've been asked to say what my claim to fame might be, and I would have to say, in all honesty, being on Sewing Street.
Hi, I'm Rosie Wells. My name's Poppy and I'm a nutritional therapist.
Hi, I'm Ruth Lynette and I can't wait to join you all on the brand new Gemporia Lifestyle channel.
If you're a fan of primal living, you're going to adore what's around the corner.
What is lifestyle? Lifestyle is healthy habits.
Feeling good, it's about looking great.
Making sure that we're taking good care of ourselves inside.
And it's about the life that you lead and the home that you live in.
All of this is why I'm so excited.
We've got the most wonderful team.
Homeware deals and primal deals under one roof on one channel.
I can't wait to share this brand new channel with you. So we'll see you soon on Gemporia Lifestyle.
Gemporia Lifestyle, coming soon to Freeview Channel 74 and Gemporia.com.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Would you like to take part in our weekly competition? If you do, then all you have to do is head to the Sewing Street fan page group on Facebook. Post your picture of your make. Myself, Debbie Shaw and John Cole Morgan love looking at all of your makes every week. We pick our favourite and announce the winner every Friday live on the show. Happy sewing and good luck. If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Rosie Wells. My name's Poppy and I'm a nutritional therapist.
Hi, I'm Ruth Lynette and I can't wait to join you all on the brand new Gemporia Lifestyle channel.
If you're a fan of primal living, you're going to adore what's around the corner.
What is lifestyle? Lifestyle is healthy habits.
Feeling good, it's about looking great.
Making sure that we're taking good care of ourselves inside.
And it's about the life that you lead and the home that you live in.
All of this is why I'm so excited.
We've got the most wonderful team.
Homeware deals and primal deals under one roof on one channel.
I can't wait to share this brand new channel with you. So we'll see you soon on Gemporia Lifestyle.
Gemporia Lifestyle, coming soon to Freeview Channel 74 and Gemporia.com.
Hello, my name's Fiona Hesford and I'm founder of Sew Girl. I'm based down in Worthing on the south coast of England. And I've got a range of sewing patterns which I've developed over the last few years, which are projects for loose-fitting clothing, everyday, simple garments, things that I really love to wear myself. And I'm going to be bringing you them to Sewing Street over the next few months. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
Hello, welcome back. How are you, Jane?
It's lovely. I haven't seen you since forever.
Oh, it's been
lovely to
forever and
see you.
ever.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Just
How
glad to
was
be back.
the long commute here
It's
to
a
Redditch?
huge commute for me. It took me all of about 8 minutes, which is great.
It's so lovely to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be back in again.
How have you been getting on the last few months?
We've been very busy. We've been working all the way through, but extremely busy, yeah.
Oh gosh,
everybody's sewing, so
that's
great.
It.
Everybody's sewing, so it's really, really good.
We've found so many people have been either dusting off, old sewing machines and getting involved, and then upgrading and being like, right, I've got the bug now, I'm going for it. So
I'm
it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're looking at two very, very different sorts of machines today. We've got an overlocker and we've got a very, this is a spaceship of a sewing machine.
It's a fabulous machine. I'm going to pop that down for a second. Then we can
Those of you that haven't met Jayne, by the way, Jayne Brogan, now you work between Janome and Elna. They're under the same umbrella, aren't they?
In the UK, yes.
And what's your role there at Elna?
My role is, my official title is the Regional Sales and Education Manager for the South. So basically everywhere from here.
And a lot of people will have probably met you at maybe any of the big
exhibitions, shows, events, all kinds of things we do, yeah.
And you've run a lot of workshops in the past, actually.
We have, hopefully. We might be able to do those again one day, which would be lovely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the 780 Plus. Now this is, what sort of sewer would you expect to be investing in a machine like this?
It's a really nice upgrade. If you've got, say, one of the 550s, something like that, and you're thinking, I want a bigger machine, this is a really fabulous upgrade because you go into the top.
Okay.
You've got a much wider throat space here, so for your quilts, even for dressmaking, if you were doing, wedding dresses, coats, anything heavy, soft furnishings, you've got that extra throat space there, which is fantastic.
Now today, before we start going into all of the ins and outs of the machine, because we are going to be focusing heavily on the machines, and if you've got any questions for Jayne, please get them in. I just want to say, today, we're offering it as part of a bundle. It's the first time that we've done this, and I don't know how many we're going to be able to offer this bundle with. So if you were sort of thinking about this machine and it means that you are going to make the plunge, you're getting some great freebies today, basically, worth nearly £100, including your wadding, including Aurifil Essential Thread and 2 fat quarter packs. So it's, don't get me wrong, that's probably not going to be the reason that you buy this machine, don't get me wrong, but it's a nice extra that
it's a
you
little
won't
project,
be getting elsewhere.
isn't it? It's a project to start with when you get the machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's exclusive to us. The Aurifil threads are exclusive to us. So to be able to get, you will not get this bundle elsewhere. Which is exciting. But as I say, if you were sort of thinking about making that upgrade, this machine is sensational.
It's a fabulous machine. You get everything with it as well. All the feet and accessories come with it, so you haven't got to start going out and buying extra feet, which can mount up at times.
Brilliant. Where do you want to start?
Where do we start? Now, I did have somewhere. Oh, it's here. The accessory box.
Yeah, because it comes with a lot of accessories as standard, doesn't it?
It's been one of those mornings trying to sort everything out.
Yeah,
it comes. We'll go through those in a minute. I just feel a bit. It's a bit warm in here. I've been rushing.
Oh no, I wonder if Paul would be able to kind of put the aircon on.
Put the aircon on, please, Paul.
Thank you.
So it comes with. So you've got your machine. So it comes with, as always, a really good instruction manual, which is very comprehensive. It's got everything in there.
It's comprehensive, but it's also really user-friendly.
Yes.
Sometimes when you pick up instruction manuals and you're like, right, hang on, I have no idea finding the right language and finding everything. Whereas if you turn that around towards you, I think we can see it as in a...
Can we get it that way?
It's really user-friendly. And the customer service...
I don't think you can see it. No, hang on, it's got it the right way now.
The customer service team as well with Elna are always fantastic, aren't they?
They are, and if there's any queries that they don't know or they're coming to you, then they find their way to me eventually, and I will always answer. So it's a really good comprehensive manual that takes you through it. So that comes with it. You've also got an instructional DVD with it as well.
I like that you've got that, actually.
Yeah. I personally, it's different people like different ways of looking at things.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a visual
I think if you've already got an Elna or a Janome, you'll be familiar with most of the controls on it anyway. Really nice extra large foot pedal.
Yeah, that is nice,
which is great.
Now it does have a start-stop button, so you can use it with or without.
It's got the start-stop, so you can use without the foot pedal. When it arrives, you will find on the back of it. I'm going to turn it round. Can you see it from the other way there? Let's pop it that way. The cord is actually inside.
Oh, right, okay.
We get calls occasionally going, you forgot to put the cord in for the foot pedal. It's actually tucked in the back in here. So that just pops in there, so that can go away. I'm going to pop these underneath here, so we've done them. It also comes with an extra little foot and a plate, which is an automatic cutter, so you can cut from the foot if you want.
Wow.
As opposed to the machine. Knee lift, which is great.
Brilliant.
So I think most people know it pops in the front here, and as you press it, it will automatically lift the presser foot if you want. But you've got auto foot lift on this anyway, which is great.
That's what Katharine loved. As soon as we plugged it in, she was like, oh, hang on, I don't need to lift the foot up. It just automatically lifts.
It goes. I'm going to try and move these. We're running out of space under here. It also comes with a great big extension table.
Oh, that's a good point, because like you say, a lot of people who are buying this machine might be working on bigger projects, dressmaking or quilting.
And the legs is these pieces screw in, and then the legs just clip in and out. So and you can adjust the legs individually as well. So if your table's not quite level, you can get it really straight.
That's
so
good.
That comes with it. Let's pop
Do you leave your extension table on your machine
all the time? Yeah, I've got space to do it, but not everybody has.
That's it. I think if you've got a machine like this, it might be one that you have got the designated sewing space. Do you know what I mean? It's a big, robust machine.
It certainly is, yeah. And then we've got all the feet and accessories, which come in a really nice storage box.
You just go slightly to the right-hand side slightly.
My right hand?
Go. Yeah. There we go, perfect. Thanks, Jane.
So let's take these out. So it comes with everything. You've got your spool caps with you. So you've got 2 of each. So you've got two. The little tiny ones are possibly for the Aurifil because they're quite long cones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they pop on. They're the only ones that pop on the other way. You've also got spare needles in there, so you've got a selection of needles.
Handy to have.
It comes with the ruler work foot, so if you've already got quilting rulers, that's in there. We'll look in the apps on the machine in a little while and have a look and see how that goes.
See, that's when you get to do some of these, well, it looks like you've got a long arm quilter when you can do these ruler works. They look amazing.
And it comes with all your presser feet. I've got the satin stitch foot on there. So you've got the standard presser foot. You have got your over edge.
If you just move slightly to right, sorry.
There we go.
Thank you, Jane. That's
Put them
perfect.
up there. Yeah. So you've got your standard presser foot, your over edge one, your zip foot, the little rolled hem one for doing little tiny rolled hems. You have got your 1/4 inch foot with a guide. You also get one without a guide as well. So they're all in there.
I like that you get the nice storage box as well to keep.
It's really handy, yeah. Button sewing foot. Open toe satin stitch.
So that isn't like a buttonhole foot, that's you actually sewing your buttons.
Sorry, it is, it's a button sewing foot.
Yeah, that's good.
Button sewing foot. You've also got, I'll look at that one in a second. You've got the little one, you can do a variable zigzag on this, so you can use the knee lift and it's quite nice for free motion stitching.
Fantastic.
And you've got the fabulous little free motion quilting feet, which we will look at.
So a selection of free motion feet as well.
And you've also got your standard darning feet, open toe and closed toe, so you really don't need to go out and get anything else.
Brilliant.
And you've got the circular one, and there's more underneath.
Ah, is that one of those posh boxes of chocolates?
It is. So we've got two more stitch plates, which again I'll look at in a minute.
Okay.
Standard bobbins, so if you've already got an Elna or Jayne, your bobbins will fit straight across. You've also got the 2 different feet which replace the standard walking foot, the AccuFlex, AccuFeed feet. So you've got a standard wide one.
Right.
And you've also got the little HP2 one.
Ah,
which works with the other foot.
It looks obviously slimmer, but...
It is. I use mine an awful lot. It actually works with the HP plate, which I'll show you later. The HP plate has just got a single hole here, and it's more like an industrial.
Ah, so HP, you don't
it's
mean
high
the
performance.
sauce.
No, I don't mean the sauce.
Not the sauce. High performance.
High performance.
Ah, nice.
If I'm doing curtains or a lot of straight stitching, that goes up. Fine fabrics, it's great because it's not going to take it down inside the machine. So that's really, really nice. We'll look at those later. Buttonhole foot.
Fab.
With the plate with it. Stabiliser plate,
yeah.
So which I think you've all seen before. Quilting bar guide, and you've also got the standard screwdriver, little quick unpick cleaning brush, and a spare spool pin.
The only time you need to, would the screwdriver just be for your walking foot and your free motion foot?
Yeah, just to change those, or changing the needles, and that's it. Yeah, so I'm going to pop some of these back in here. And again, I'm going to pop that with the plate here, so we can look at that later. And again, with these feet, you can buy extra plates for them. You can get an open toe or a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
They just pop off the bottom.
Oh, nice.
And they pop back on again. So that's really handy. You haven't got to buy a whole new foot, so you can just buy the plates that go on the bottom.
I know a lot of bag makers who just leave their walking foot on. Or
they leave the that's the beauty with the HP foot.
Okay.
Because that's brilliant for doing bags, anything like that.
Brilliant.
So it just.
So this machine, I suppose, for somebody who is a bit of a mixed skill sewer, whether you're doing home furnishings and curtains and big things, or whether you're doing quilting, if you're trying dressmaking, bag making, you've got all of the different.
You have,
abilities.
everything's there with it. Let's pop these away so we don't lose them.
Now with Elna as well, you get the 2-year.
It's a 2-year warranty in the UK, yeah.
Fantastic. But it does come directly from Elna. Just so when you get your parcel from Sewing Street and it just comes with the goodies and you're panicking you haven't got the sewing machine, don't worry, it will be coming directly from Elna.
Don't panic. The sewing machine will be on its way somewhere. So I'm going to pop these out of the way now and just actually have a look at the machine. So we can lift up.
Oh wow! I mean, you've got a lot of
You've
stitches
also got
there.
the little stylus. It's about 350 stitches. So you've got the stylus. So you've got all your different stitches here. So you've got utilities, buttonhole, applique, heirloom stitching, lots of quilt stitches, satin stitches.
I like that they're all sort of grouped together as well.
They
so
are.
It's really nice and easy to sort of navigate
It's a really good
around.
visibility with this one, and everything that's greyed out actually will flip 4 ways. It'll mirror image and it'll go horizontally and vertically. So that's really handy. You've also got on these, and I know so many people don't discover this, it's a fabulous light that comes out.
Oh, I must say, I notice this a lot with the Elna machines, is that they're always really nicely
lighting's
lit.
really fabulous.
And I don't mean like bright, shocking light, but it really, you can see every part that you need to
It's
sew.
so easy
and with
to
that new attachment, that is brilliant.
This comes on here. So, and I tend to tip mine up because it seems to bounce up and down.
Okay.
It gives you much better visibility
so you
on
can
there.
completely sort of
tilt
tilt
so you
that
can
back and forth.
take it around if you want to. I tend to. It tends to bounce off the white and go
And
down.
how is it? How did you? Was there a little lever at the back?
There's
there?
a little.
I always missed that.
Just pop it in.
Nice.
And there's a little button here that you just pop it out. It just slides out.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that isn't the only light. There's also the 3 bigger LED.
You've got the LEDs under here. You've got round the this area as well. So it's really the visibility, and because they're LEDs, it's a nice pure light.
Yeah, it's like daylight.
My old sewing machine's got like a really yellowy light on it, and this is really good for your fabric matching as well. Your colours look really well on these.
Brilliant.
So we've got those. So you've got your standard here. So you've got speed control, tortoise and hare. You've also got start-stop if you don't want to use the foot pedal. Manual reverse, that's a lock stitch, needle up and down. The auto foot lift and the automatic cut.
So those of you that have seen, like we talk a lot about the 680, lots of those buttons you'll recognise, but the presser foot,
the auto foot lift. Let me find a little piece of my fabric under here. Oops. Undo that. I'm going to pop a piece under there. So when you want to start sewing, I mean, all your machines automatically default onto a straight stitch, so it's about halfway. So I can put that down, and it automatically puts the foot down and sews for me.
I mean, Jane, you're doing this at such a strange angle.
I know, so apologies.
And yet still, it's kind of just sewing
it's
for
fine,
you.
yeah. So if I want to activate the auto foot lift, there's a little icon here with a foot on it.
Yeah.
So I just touch that. It changes colour. So now, every time I stop sewing, it will automatically put the needle in and lift the foot.
Gosh, that is good.
It's fantastic it keeps it hands-free for when you've got something large underneath there.
So your needle's down, but if you're pivoting
needle's
around the corner,
down, it's pivoting, and it will automatically, you don't always want that, so you can take it off, So you can keep on going with that quite happily. And then when you want to stop, the same as the others, lock stitch, and it will stop and tie off for you.
And cut your thread.
And cut the thread and lift the foot for you. So it makes you,
That's so quick. And like you say, you've also have got the option of cutting the thread with your foot pedal.
Yes, you can pop the
want
foot
to do it,
pedal
isn't
that
there?
goes on. There's a little one that goes on the end and it plugs in. It shows you in the book how to do it. Yeah,
brilliant.
I did come in a while ago for anybody who buys one of these and do like an hour.
Yeah.
Demonstration that they're getting linked to, because obviously we can't do classes at the moment, so which covers absolutely literally taking it out of the box. And everything.
Fantastic. So you've already filmed that here and
yes,
all done.
a while ago, yeah.
Amazing.
So it's available to anybody who gets a machine. So on the screen here it's touch screen. So
it's a nice big screen,
it's
actually.
a lovely screen.
Now, anybody who hasn't used like a full computerised machine like this, I mean, I'm a bit of a technophobe, but actually it doesn't let you do anything that you're
No, it
not
will always
supposed
ask
to do.
you if you've done something wrong. It will tell you before it says, have you done this? Have you changed the foot?
Right.
Have you altered settings? Anything like that? So it will tell you. But it literally is just touch, and it changes. It also changes the foot for you.
Ah, so it's ever so clear.
Yeah.
You've got all of the pictures of what stitch
They're all
it
on
is.
there.
They're
Yeah.
all
So you've got a
numbered
quick
as well.
reference on here as
At the
well,
top,
so you can look there. I like number 12 because it sews backwards for you.
Ah.
So I'm going to pop that on because I always forget to do
There's
that.
the
one.
screen, just so you can see. It's ever so clear.
So it's
that
a very
you've got...
clear screen, and it just literally is touch screen. The foot changes.
So that's reactive, responsive touch screen.
And down here you've got the width and the length.
So you say
always.
it automatically sort of defaults to its recommended stitch length and stitch width, but then I suppose if you're doing a zigzag, you can
alter it. And you can alter it while you're sewing as well, which is great for different bits and pieces when you're playing. There's a little arrow here. Touch that, and it brings the full screen up. So you've still got your width and your length, but you've also got your tension and the automatic. It's on auto top foot pressure, but you can alter that. Right. Sometimes you might, if you've got something heavy underneath, you might want to take a little bit of foot pressure off. It's getting to know it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back to the screen in a second. We're going to show stitching backwards.
I was, because I don't. So it's number 12, that one. And it will just literally, it'll go backwards for me.
What? So why would you need to sew backwards? Or
That's
when would
really
you do that?
handy for getting in tight corners when you can't manoeuvre a bag or a large garment or something like that, or you just can't, just want to just go backwards,
That's interesting.
It's really, really, it's really, it's on a few of them. If you look for the stitch with the little arrow going the opposite way on.
Right.
And that will do that. So, and again, so that's your utility screen that you come on to.
Do we want to stick with the screen for a moment, just so that
yes, I think we can walk through it,
If Paul's okay. We're sorry, at the moment, because of social distancing, we haven't got a camera operative, so Paul is being
he's running in and out.
one-man band. He's a man of many talents. He is, isn't he? He's the hardest working man in this building. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
What? And still single.
Oh.
And still single. Thank you, Paul.
Right. So on the screen, do you want, will that go, is that a bit better?
Oh, yeah, that's
better.
perfect. Thank you.
So on the screen here, you've got utility. The next little squiggles here, so if I touch those, that brings you up to all the different categories of stitches you've got here.
Oh, nice. So you've got a plique, heirloom,
quilting, satin. You've got decoratives on here. So if I go across again, and there's more screens on here. So I'm going to go pop back onto decorative, I think. Go decorative. And again, it brings it up and it will tell you on there how many pages you've got of them. I can't actually see from this end at the minute, but...
1 of 8.
Thank you, Paul. And to scroll through the pages, it's arrows on the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're literally just going through like that.
And so you say the ones as well at the top on the sketch that are greyed out.
They will go 4 ways. They will horizontally and vertically.
Fantastic. So if you're doing borders.
Yes, they're great. And if you want to put a stitch sequence together, they're so easy on these machines.
So it has memory as well.
Yep. So I can go onto the little hearts here, and if I just touch that, and it just clears here. So then if I want to put a stitch sequence together off here, I just touch them.
Oh, and you can see it as
well. And you can actually see it on the screen. And if I want to, if I've done quite a lot of stitches and I want to check it, touch on the bottom, and it brings you up on a preview screen.
Gosh. So it looks like it has quite a big sized memory actually. I mean, you're going to be able to fit lots of stitches all together.
It's also got a USB in it as well.
Right. So what does that mean? That I can upload?
I'm certain with this one we've got Stitch Composer as well. I couldn't find the disc there.
Okay.
So you can create some stitches yourself. I'm pretty certain it's with this one. It's got the USB with it anyway. So.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'm going to double check that, because you've got the folder here. So I can save, if I put that together and I want to save it, I can save it into the folder if I want to. No, we don't have a USB with this. We'll take that one out. I can't see on here with it, so.
Sorry, you.
We have got the USB. I'm going round here. Yeah, I thought we did.
So at this point, if you wanted to save it, you put your USB in.
You've got to format the USB to the machine, the same as we do with the embroidery machines.
I'm with you.
So if you've got that, you can create your own stitches.
Wow, that's exciting.
And, it doesn't do the embroidery like the big machines do, but you can still do that. So you can save on it, but it's so quick and easy to put together.
Even though it doesn't have embroidery, you've got lots of pictorial stitches.
So many different ways you can use these stitches.
It's even got like the handmade one, hasn't it?
It's got handmade I love on here. You've got the little washing symbols. So if you're doing a label for something, you can actually put the washing symbols on for somebody, which is great.
And I suppose you've got an alphabet
as
well.
Yeah, you've got alphabets on here.
Alphabets.
Different
fonts.
If I've finished with my decorative now, I'm just going to pop back onto here, and that's gone. So alphabets.
So that's the A.
Yep.
Isn't it, alphabet?
So you've got your block, script, Broadway and block 9mm because it's a 9mm stitch width on these machines.
Right, so what does that mean compared to the
most
7?
Standard, it's a wider stitch and it really is noticeable. We'll have a look at the alphabets. It's really noticeable on the alphabets. If I just go block.
Oh, so if you're doing monogramming, you want personalise something.
I'm just going to go quite straightforward ABC and I'm going to pop that on. And we're going to stitch the ABC. This is a 7mm alphabet, which will do upper and lower case. A 9mm only does an uppercase on it. And it's going through, so you can see with the alphabets as well. It will stop. Just I can't reach. So that's going to do that for me. So that's a 7mm. I'm now going to do a 9mm. So let's just go back, and we go into the 9mm here and do exactly the same.
Would you be able to just put the light back in, and we might be able to get the overhead camera then? Thank you. We'll see how we get on.
We'll see. And so that is, and that one now. This is a 9mm alphabet, and it makes a massive difference.
Oh, we can see that then afterwards.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
It's ever so quick, isn't it?
And that's halfway. I wouldn't, if I was doing a decorative stitch for an alphabet, I would not put the machine on full speed.
So that isn't even full speed?
No, it's doing a lot of work. And that's the difference then. We can see, is he still on overhead or not?
If you put it on flat onto the table.
And you can see the 7mm and the 9mm, and there's a huge, huge difference in them.
Oh yeah, there you go. You can
pop
see.
that round that way, then it's gone now.
It's all right, there we go, we can put it back on.
That's okay. Yeah, so you can see the difference between the 7 and the 9mm alphabet, and it's a really big difference. But that's the width of all the decorative stitches as well. You can make it narrow if you want to, but you can't make it any wider.
Right.
But, so there's lots and lots to explore on here.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? Just remember, limited offer at the moment with a saving of nearly £100 where you get wadding, you also get Aurifil and 2 fat quarter packs. So if you were thinking about making that plunge today, definitely the day to do it.
So, and again, we've also got on here tapering. So we can taper some stitches, which means there's all different angles.
So when you say there's sort of 300 stitches, it's actually so much more than that.
You could do so many different variations on all the stitches. So with this one, you've got some stitches here.
I like the fact that it tells me at the bottom what foot I need to use. Because when you first started going through all of the different feet, I would think, right, I have no idea when or why I would use those feet. Whereas actually, it will
tells
tell
you on the bottom
when to do it.
Yeah, it does. So with these now, you've got different stitches. So, and it will only bring up the ones. So if I'm going to choose that one. So then if I come down to here...
Oh, that's nice. So this is called a tapering?
It tapers the ends. It's fabulous for doing like little frames around things. So you could do your quilt labels and put the little frame around it using the tapering. But if you go 45 degrees on both ends... And
so it's adjusting the needle straight away, isn't it?
It automatically, you can see it. I don't know if you can pick it up. That's 120 and that's 45.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it, so it changes it on the screen. So you can do it again, so this one you can just keep sewing until you want to stop, or you can pop onto here and maybe just put 1, 2 or 3 stitches on. You've got the calculator here, so if I want 6, I'll just go 6, okay. And that's how many pattern repeats it will do before it finishes. So there's lots and lots of variations on here of things that you can do. And you can mirror image it as well. So if you're coming up the other way.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
There's lots and there's so much on here. We could do a whole morning on this. I know when I did the little tutorial with it, it was like an hour and a half, and we had to condense it down, and we still hadn't gone through everything.
Oh, I was going to say, this isn't something, don't get me wrong, that you're going to take out of the box and use it all as you go with the, but it is good to then be able to just dip in on a Sunday, read your manual and have a go, do yourself a bit of a stitch reference.
Yeah, do yourself a folder with it on there.
Good idea.
But, you know, just start and play with the basic stitches to get to know the machine, and then start thinking, well, what else can I do with it?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. With the you want to be able to know that it does those utility stitches beautifully. And
that we use most of the time.
That's it.
Most of us do, yeah.
Absolutely. Just so you know, if you've got the machine in your basket, this bundle is only available for a limited time. So please do have a serious think about it. And if you've got any questions for Jayne about it, it's definitely worth getting them in while she's here in the live studio right now, because we can ask you. And if you don't know, then we can find out for you. But as you say, we could talk for Hours
about this.
Do a
There's
whole
so
day
much we
workshop.
haven't even
Scratched the surface, no.
What goes on here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to close that one. So coming back onto here. So, and again, if we look on the end here, we've got the little T-shirt symbol. We have looked at these before.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is sewing applications. So this again opens up another whole new section of the machine for you.
Ah, we can have another look at this then. So that was the little T-shirt that says.
It's a little T-shirt.
Application. Yeah,
You close it again. We'll wait till we get on here. There we go.
Thank you.
So it's a little T-shirt here. Touch it. Brings up a whole new screen on here. So you've got seaming, over edge, blind hemming, rolled hems, zips, gathering, and there's more.
And so what does that do then? So once I
If
click
we
on,
open
say,
it,
blind hem or applique, any of your ones.
Let me just go on to, I'll go into the patchwork one because this is one I do use quite a lot. So this one now, I can have it standard or I can do an auto lock on it. And what's going to happen is I will start stitching. So it will automatically reverse, start and finish for me. And then when I get to the end of the seam, I just press the reverse again, it will automatically do it and stop. But what it will do now, it will ask me if I want to do the same size over and over again. So if I press that one, I can then, it's brilliant if you're chain piecing, anything like that. So I'm not sure I'm in the same place to start with, but it will automatically do that for me without me having to do anything.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Over and over again. And it will continue to do, it's great if you're chain piecing.
Yeah.
It also, if you notice, it will drop the stitch length to 1.8 for you as well, which is what we use for piecing on patchwork. So it just thinks of everything.
Yeah, it knows everything. It's going to work out,
it
eliminates all of the sort of thinking
so we're going back
for you.
onto here. So we have got on here, we've also got the ruler work here.
So it comes with a ruler work foot.
With the ruler work foot, which is this one, the little one here.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant. Oh, you can see those. So that's a little ruler work foot. You can see, which is designed to work with the machine, so you can still use all the features and functions of the machine with this foot. You've got quilt rulers. You've also got on here, I love free machine quilting on this. So you've got the free quilting. Okay.
That's telling you to lower the feed dogs.
Which is a little switch on the side. So
right.
Done. Okay. And then if I go on to, it's showing me which foot to use here, which is a standard darning foot. But if I pop onto straight stitch 2, which is this one, it's changed. And we have here
Oh, I like that it shows you what it looks like as well. It shows you a picture of the foot.
We've got 2 tiny little feet here that will clip on. What I'm going to do is lock the machine out.
Paul's just said, I've got 2 tiny little feet.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, you've also got the lock.
The lock on here, so whatever happens, there's nothing. The only thing you can do is the foot lift. That's the only thing that will work. The feet change exactly the same. They just pop on and off. These little feet are slightly different because they've got 2 bars on. I don't know if you can see these.
Might be a bit on the overhead. That's probably better. Yeah, thank you.
So you've got the 2 bars on here.
Yeah.
So it clips on. There's a little ankle at the back here. So it clips on and then slides up. So it keeps the foot quite rigid. And it's on like that. It's so quick and easy
That's
to
really
do.
quick, yeah.
And somewhere, here's one I made earlier, a little quilt sandwich. Because it's absolutely wonderful to free machine quilt with these. Because you can also, let me unlock it.
That's good actually, in case you've got any like little hands
or paws as well, definitely. So you just free machine quilting. So when the foot goes down, that's not too bad. It's going to move quite nicely. But you have got the ability here, if you've got a really heavy quilt, you can take the foot up slightly. And it doesn't, let me do that. So it'll do a single stitch to pull the base thread up if you want. And then
you just draw.
And then you just draw with it.
That's so quick.
And it glides. There is absolutely no drag on that whatsoever.
So you've got a really nice big bed space there already, but you do get your extension table as well, don't you? Which is ideal for.
But for free machine quilting, or if you want to do free machine embroidery or anything, I absolutely love these feet. I don't. Very seldom. I do use these ones occasionally, but those are my go-to now.
Absolutely. I've not seen those before. We've had a question from Sue come in. Hello, Sue.
Hello,
She said,
Sue.
do you need a walking foot or does it have dual feed?
It has the dual feed feet here, which are these, which is that one. That one.
Amazing.
Yep.
So what's the difference?
The walking foot, they work in exactly the same way. It will walk. I think, was it, who was on this morning? Hannah? Caroline?
Yeah, Caroline.
Caroline. She was using it this morning, I think, because I
Right.
took it off when I came in. So it's a walking foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Works in exactly the same way. It just goes on slightly differently. And again, as I said, you can take the plate off.
Right, yeah.
The HP foot's the same. That's like a little walking foot.
Yeah.
This one, the HP2. So that will, and it's brilliant again for doing heavy layers, anything like that. But you must use it with the correct plate.
Yeah, Catherine was saying definitely put it on with for bag making. It's
it's
ideal
fabulous
for
for
that.
bag making. Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to lock this out, take this up, pop this foot off, and it just pops off again. And it's just so easy to go back to what you were doing. You haven't. It's not complicated.
I like the fact that it sort of does everything. It tells you everything that you need to do. So it tells you what foot. If you select a stitch, it will tell you what to do and what not to do. More importantly, because I'm definitely a bit of a technophobe with it. So don't be scared. It's got a great manual and a great customer service team, but also fantastic.
But just explore it as well.
So. If you end up that you keep pressing lots of buttons, is there a way of going back home, back to straight stitch, normal stitch, to turn it off and on?
No, just press
just the top button.
Just press it,
yeah.
And it's showing me there. I know the feed dog's down because it's showing me the free motion foot. So the second I put that up, it changes back to the standard one.
Amazing.
So we know it's there. To change the plate as well, the stitch plate.
So you say that this one comes with 3 different needle plates.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what would why would I change my needle plate from the standard one?
I use the HP a lot because it's got just a single central hole here.
So does that mean that I wouldn't do my decorative stitches?
No, you can't do decorative stitches with these, and the machine knows that you can't. So if I pop this on in a minute, it will only let you choose the stitches which will work with this.
Okay, and so is that is that more for patchwork?
Yeah, I would use patchwork soft furnishings if you're using a fine fabric, because you've only got, let me just pop this out for you and show you, because you've only got, there we go, pops out there. Because you've only got that, this is your standard one.
Right.
You've only got one tiny little hole there. So it's not going to take all your fine fabrics down.
So you find if it starts to chew up, I often have it where it chews up my fabric at the start of a corner or anything like that, or a finer fabric. Yeah. That's going to stop it.
Pop your straight stitch plate on and you're fine.
Oh, nice. So changing your plate, you don't need to get your screwdriver out?
No, it's just the automatic one here. You say you've got your straight stitch plate here, the HP and the standard one. The straight stitch plate has got the centre and it's got a little slot either side. Again, it doesn't take the fabric down. Nice for 1/4 inches, and you've got a little bit of movement with your 1/4 inch as well. You can move it a few mil either way.
Okay, so yeah, either of those 8. But it's great that you've got the HP one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I do a lot of soft furnishings as well, so that's brilliant for that. Just put it on, and you've got your little HP2 foot, which is like a little walking foot.
Brilliant.
Works really well. To pop it back on again, I'm locked out, and it's got a little sign here telling me that it's not in. It goes in.
I like that. It's telling me. It's so clever, isn't it?
It back in again, and it's back on, and it knows what you've done.
Brilliant. So it says then, please make sure that your presser foot is attached.
Yeah, you've got the right presser foot.
Amazing.
And off you can go again. But you've also got, I'm going to unlock here. We can also go into the settings. So you've got lots of different things on here on the screen. So you've got the common settings, and you've got sewing machine settings as well. So you can alter the screen contrast. So I can make the screen brighter if I want to.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that better? You can alter the volume. You can have it inches or millimetres. Mine's usually in inches at home. So we can go through, we can calibrate the screen. If you think it's not quite touching where you want it to, it'll show it's very quick and easy to do. That is for formatting a USB stick.
Yeah.
There's also a standby timer. So I've usually got mine on about 10 minutes. So if I haven't used the machine for 10 minutes, it will just automatically go into sleep mode and touch the screen to wake it up again. So we go on here. Upper thread sensor's on, so if the thread snaps, it will stop and tell you need to rethread.
I see, this is what's so clever.
The sewing lights are on, yes. But you can actually, if you want, turn them off.
Oh, isolate them.
Yeah, they will turn off. So we can go back on again. You can do those. That's on. Quiet mode, it will stop the bleeping and it will slow the machine down for you.
It's actually quite I mean, when we're demonstrating and talking, I always notice that Elna machines are fantastic because they aren't really loud, especially the big machines.
No, they're so quiet.
They're really quiet
they're
and
very,
not
very
bouncing around your table.
No,
They're really sturdy.
They're quite substantial, yes.
Absolutely.
So they are. Again, you can change the background colour. Pink was on yellow, white.
Nice.
So you can change it. Is it better on yellow?
Yeah, I think that's probably brighter.
So you can have it when it's switched off. You can reset it back to all the factory defaults if you want to as well. But that's just on this side. So if I go into the machine settings, You've got automatic tension. It's one of those things I never ever touch it because I don't need to.
Right, so even if you're changing from working with a denim to satin, or you're changing your fabrics,
very rarely do you have to change
so
it.
it's just auto tension. It works out. Yeah.
Remaining bobbin thread. So I always have mine on 0.5. And there's about 1 metre of thread left then on the bobbin, and it will stop.
It will tell me.
Yes.
That's so clever.
There's nothing worse than doing a long run and running out 2 inches after you started.
Can you independently wind your bobbin whilst you sew it on this machine?
Not on these ones, no.
Right.
No. You've got the needle stop down. You can have it to stop up all the time if you want. You can adjust your start-up speed for using either the foot pedal or the stop-start. So you can start really, really slowly and then build up.
Fantastic.
Or you can start a little bit faster and it's fine. Or you can just put the top one. Middle one's usually about right for most people. So again, foot height for pivoting. So if I've got a really heavy quilt or a coat or something really thick under there, I can alter it. So when I've got the auto pivot on, it lifts up higher. So you're not dragging anything underneath it.
How much personalisation you can do with it.
There is. You can
sort
sort it to whatever you're doing. It will work. Yeah. So you press the foot pressure again. It's automatic. The top foot pressure, which is coming down, but you can alter it to suit. The variable zigzag, I said, use it with the knee lift. That's one to play with on a rainy afternoon. It's quite good fun actually.
Oh, nice.
So you've got your thread cut after auto lock is on. So every time it automatically locks, it'll cut it for you. Your favourite stitch adjustment is one we'll look at in a minute. That is on. And resume mode is on. These are really handy ones to switch on. The resume mode means, and we've all done it, you're sewing a project, you've got your stitch set where you want it, and you go off and do something, you switch them, and you suddenly come back and you can't remember.
Yeah.
Or the piece of paper you've written it on magically disappears. You can actually put resume mode on, so when the machine comes back on, so long as you've stitched using it, it will ask you if you want to go back to your last used stitch.
Oh, that's good. I'm thinking if you've got a power cut or something like that.
So it will automatically take you back to exactly what you were doing, so that's great. And the favourite stitch means we can override the factory settings. So, and that's through those. So I'm going to press OK there. Yeah, with the favourite stitch, it's quite handy. I use it a lot for applique, but we can pop it onto this one. So we can come onto here. I've got a zigzag. Bring the screen up. You've got your favourite stitch setting here now.
Oh, yes.
So as soon as I alter something, we'll leave it at that. If I go into favourite stitch, I can save it.
Save that.
And you know that you've altered that stitch because it's changed colour.
But will that now automatically sort of
if
always
I go
appear
onto
to
that, and then if I go back onto here,
yeah,
it's automatically done it. Oops, we go back onto here. There we go. Let's go back a page. There we are, back onto here. Then when I finish doing my project, whatever I want to do, I just go back into favourite stitch, pop it in the dustbin, and then default will take you back to the standard setting.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It's brilliant for doing projects.
Yeah.
I do a lot of applique, and it's great for doing that because you can just set it for the project, and you haven't got to worry about anything. So there's just so much on here to use.
As I say, I mean, we've only scratched the surface of the amount of features and functions this machine has. If you've got any questions for Jayne, though, please do get them in. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention on this machine before we move on to the...
We could be on here all day, so I know we have to move on.
So, if you do have any questions about it, please
ask,
send them in.
Please do ask. Yeah.
It's studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. We're going to switch over machines, but if you do want to, as I say, message in, now's the time to do it. We're going to be having a look now at the Elna air threading overlocker. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Right, we're doing a speedy change
We are.
around and a completely different machine now. Just while Jayne's plugging it in, this is the...
disappear down into the cellar for a while.
This is your 864 air threading
thread overlocker.
So this is obviously completely different. It's not a sewing machine, this is an overlocker.
Yes.
So dressmakers are going to be in awe of this, aren't they? This
They
is a game changer
I mean,
in the world of dressmaking.
I primarily I put quilt fronts together on these.
Oh,
There's
really?
really quick ways you can make quilt fronts with them.
nice.
So there's lots. A lot of people think it was just for dressmaking, but there's all kinds of things you can
I
do
suppose
with it.
it constructs a really strong
Yeah, and you can do it in layers
patchwork.
with the wadding and everything, but that's a different technique totally that you can
Exciting.
do. There is actually a tray that comes under here, which is somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find it eventually.
I know,
It's
we're
one
all
of
over the
those,
place,
isn't
sorry,
it?
it's one of
madness
those
at the
mornings
moment.
today.
Yeah. So what we do, so you've actually got the telescopic here to put your thread through. What I tend to do, and people ask, I would always say when you get your overlocker, get 4 different coloured threads that match the tension colours here. So you've got green, red, blue and an orange. Because then if you start practising with that, you understand which thread forms which part of the stitch.
Yeah.
So if you've got tension issues, then you know which tension you need to alter.
Yeah,
so
that's a
that's
really
the
good tip.
reason I do that.
That's a
Pop
good
those
tip.
back
Now,
on.
the one thing that I hear about overlockers a lot is people are terrified of threading them.
Yeah.
They have an upper looper, lower looper. It's all a bit confusing. And also the fact that it cuts your fabric, doesn't it? It does cut your fabric.
it does cut your fabric
It's got
off.
a knife on it, but it's completely concealed. It's not going to
so many safety features on this machine.
Brilliant.
So
are you going to demystify all of this for us?
It's very easy to do. Yeah.
Amazing.
So the front bit here will come forward and down.
Oh, see, I love seeing into almost like the mechanics of it as well.
Then you've got the upper and lower loopers on here. So with the air thread, it just means that it's the loopers that people worry about threading. So with these, you've got the air threading here, there's your little channels. You've got the little dial here. So that at the moment is sewing. So if I turn that now to threading, I don't know, we didn't quick around. On here, it has actually, I'm going to take it back and move. There we go, so we can see it better. Pop it across. On the little flywheel, hand wheel at the end, if you turn that, I don't know if Paul can catch it down here.
Yeah, 1 second and we'll come and move the
second.
camera across for you so then everyone can see at home. And then we can show you how easy this is made it, this Elna made it to thread. Thank you, Paul.
By the time we've finished today.
It's got its steps in today, hasn't it?
It certainly has. So as you twist in here, you will see, and I'm taking it across, and you see that shoot across then.
Amazing.
So it makes a whole little tunnel almost for the threads to go through.
God, it's great engineering, isn't it?
So first of all, I always lift the presser foot up because it opens the tensions,
Right.
same as on your sewing machine, so you need to do that. Again, just thread it through. It's underneath here, down. I'm going to have to thread it backwards here now. And where are my tweezers? Tweezers, and you just pop. Let's just take that out. And you've got the little tube here. And you just pop the thread in. This little dial's to this side. And then make sure you've got enough, and it will actually shoot it through. So it's threaded, that looper for me.
What? Oh gosh, that
Simple
was
as
so
that.
quick. Did everyone
Simple
see
as that. The other one's more spectacular. I'll put a long end on it, and then I just pop it through and out of the way. And again, long, and it's just so
That's so
quick and
good.
easy to do.
That is so quick and easy to do. And I must say as well, this is £699. I understand it's a considered purchase, but do you know what? In terms of air threading machines, I've seen a lot more expensive air threading overlockers. We'll have to have a look at this again. They all offer different things, but this is brilliant.
So again, I'm going to thread the upper looper now, so I'm going to take that across so it knows which one I'm threading. Pop that in.
Oh, we'll see. So you're pointing it to
I'm
which
pointing it to
air
which
thread
one I'm
hole?
doing, so it's just going to go in. Pop that down. This is quite spectacular, this one.
Are we ready?
I love this one because it will come in and it will shoot
it across.
straight out across here. And that's it. It's a looper's done.
I can't actually believe that. You blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, it's so quick and easy to do. with
Because
these.
that is, do you find when you're at shows that is the main sort of concern that people are, oh, do you know what, I'm
many
not moving
people
to an
do,
overlocker
yeah.
because of
I'm a bit
threading.
scared of them because I can't thread it and they're so complicated, but this is so easy. And again,
Demystified.
safety feature, I can't actually close this now until I reset the machine to sewing.
Brilliant.
Now it will let me close it.
Nice.
It won't let you do anything. There's so many
Fantastic.
safety features. It won't sew with the foot up and things like that, whereas a lot of ones will. So it won't do that. The needles, I may have to turn it round towards me to thread the needles, I'm
Absolutely,
afraid.
yeah. Please do.
I can't see that far.
Those of you that are starting to do dressmaking, or I mean, it's not a necessity. You'll hear a lot of our demonstrators say that you can do different things on your sewing machine, but starting to working with stretch fabrics, this is a game changer, isn't it? If you're working with a jersey, it's so quick to construct.
All the machines have got an overcast stitch on them.
Yeah.
But you just get that really professional finish with the overlocker.
Oh, well,
because
majority of your high street bought clothes, if you have a look on the inside, then you'll see, especially on any stretch, any activewear, underwear, anything like that, you will see that overlooked stitch.
And again, this has got a needle threader on for the needles, which you probably won't be able to see because I'm going to open this. So I'm left-handed, so it does make it a little bit trickier. But the needle threader, it will just take that through for you. Thread that one, come through here. I can't see it from
just down a slight. There you go. You nearly grabbed it.
Because it's a pale blue thread, and there we go. We've got it. So there we are. And again, press the foot up, pop it through, and done. So we'll go through that way, and whoops, and then we'll get the last one.
So can you overlock with?
You can do two, three, or four threads on this. So you can do one needle and one looper, or you can take one needle out and have both loopers threaded.
Okay.
A lot of people tend to leave it on a 3 thread for doing standard seams.
I'm with you.
And just neatening. I'm just going to pop that through, and again press the foot up, so we're going through, round, down, through this one. Behind, and again I'm going to put the presser foot down, that's the same as your sewing machine, it pops the tension on for you. The needle thread now I can just pull back across, take it down, I don't know if you can see this or not.
Yeah.
And it should just, there we go, and it goes through, and it just makes it so easy to thread the needles as well.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Pop it underneath, there we go, and that's ready to go now. So
fantastic.
Now I'm going to switch on. I did bring some fabrics in somewhere.
Now you've got quite an array of fabrics.
I brought some different ones in just to have a look at, but I'm just going to start. This is just a little bit of curtain lining from home, some odd curtain lining left just to show you. The key to remember with these is once you've chopped it off, you can't put it back on again.
Who was it who was saying to me the other day, you're aiming to not actually cut too much off it, it will just finish your edge.
It just finishes the edge for you, but you've got it, if you're dressmaking, where did I put my tweezers to? Here we go. You can see here it's 5/8, so that's your 5/8 seam allowance. So it's just little things like that. Right, let's see. And it's just literally taking off. Just literally takes these up, and again you just chain off the cutters on the back here.
So you do an extra bit of a tail, don't you?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at these. Your standard tensions are 3 on these. So, but you can see by using the coloured threads, you've got an idea of what thread is forming what part of the stitch. So if you need to alter it, you can.
So your orange thread is doing the majority of the.
Yeah. The looper. You can turn it over. So
oh yeah.
Green on the back, so you can alter it, and it's really handy. Once you get to know your machine, you will know. Your settings a little bit better for different fabrics. You've also got stitch length on the end here. So
we can't quite see it.
Can't we see? Can we go back round again?
Perfect.
So you've got your stitch length here. Same as on the machine, up to 5, usually on about 3. And the machines have got a differential feed as well.
What does that mean?
It means it's got 2 separate feeds. So you can alter the way they speed.
Yeah.
You know, you can speed one up, slow it down. So if
again, you get sort of to
you get to know it after a while, yeah.
And
I always say to people, we've always got scraps from what we're making. Just practice on it to set it right.
So in case sometimes
you want it like a lettuce edge and all wavy. It looks lovely, but you can actually just stretch the fabric, or it might sort of pull it up.
Yeah.
Something like that. So there are lots of different ways. But again, it's on the end here for a rolled hem, which is that fabulous little light rolled hem.
Scarves, yeah.
Yeah, you take the left-hand needle out, and they're so easy to change. I don't know if we can get in and see here.
Might need to spin it round more. So.
That way. I'm going to have to go round. I'm going to have to move as well, I think. So you can see on here the change of settings.
We're going to get to it.
You're going to get there in a minute.
Are we all right for time, Hannah? We've literally just got a few minutes. We're all right. We're okay. Thank you.
He won't need to go jogging later on today.
No, he won't.
He'll be fine.
There we go.
So you've got it all on here. So you've got rolled to straight. So I can just go straight across here. Pop that across. Oh, that's really tight. To rolled hem. So it's onto rolled hem now. And you also then, you can set on the where the stitch length is here, you'll see there's a little R, so you've got a little bit of leeway with it, so you can do that. You can also, if you need to take the blade down, you just pop in. I'm just going to take it in. I still can't see very well here.
Sorry, Jane, we'll make you do all of your yoga positions.
That's fine. That's the blade width. Here we go. There's the actual blade. So it's down the one. So to take the blade down, whereas normally you've got to actually go inside and take it down, this one will take it down like so.
So if you do want to disengage the blade,
you can do quite straightforward. And then it just comes round and it pops back up
you're right.
again.
I think a couple of machines I've seen before, you have to go right in with the
physically have to go
workings
inside, to take the blade up and down.
Brilliant.
Which is fine when you get used to it. But it just makes everything's on the outside of the machine. If this is open, it won't sew.
Yeah.
If the presser foot's up, it won't sew. So it's got so many safety features. It does have a tray to catch the waste as well, which is somewhere out there. We did start with it earlier this morning. Yeah.
That's another good plus point, because obviously you're going to have lots of fabric ends that are coming off it, so it was going to
catch everything in there. So it's a really nice add-on.
What's the little button on the front of it? The tight,
tight and standard and tight. You've got some fabrics. If you've got some of the fabrics, and I tend to use it more on stretchy fabrics, where it's quite stretchy, you might get the odd skip stitch. So if you just pop it onto tight, it alters the tension in here. And onto tight, and it cures that as well. But you must, and I can't stress enough, you must use the correct needles for these. It tells you on here what they are. They're the same price as standard needles. They're very easy to get hold of, but they are a specific needle for our Elna and Jayne overlockers.
I'm with you. Okay. Thank you so much. I know that it's been a real pit stop between and breathe, Jayne. We need to get you back and do probably an hour on each even. There's so much to talk about. But thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And as I say, it's still getting any messages for Jayne. And if we can't answer it, we'll always ask Jayne. We're really lucky that we have that. We are still live, of course. So if you do want any messages, get them in. Thank you.
You're welcome, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, thank you, Jayne. Okay, this is how you buy. Join us right after this, and I'm going to do a bit of a roundup and tell you what's on tomorrow's show. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping. Thank you ever so much to Jayne for coming in and talking through both machines. I've got a question from Debbie. Morning, Debbie. She's asked, are Jayne and Elna the same? Yeah, they're under the same umbrella. They're sort of sister companies. So those of you that are used to Jayne machines as well, you'll recognise lots of similar features and functions with Elna, but they, yes, are under the same umbrella of company. Thank you for your questions. Keep them coming in. Any questions you've got, if I can answer them, I will. If not, I'll ask Jayne. So the 780 was the first machine that we were looking at. It comes with a brilliant deal today. It's obviously a spectacular machine, and somebody who is sewing every day, whether it be for a professional but for a hobby, it is going to just make your life so much easier. It will talk you through exactly what foot to use and what stitch you want to use for, whether it be bag making, dressmaking, quilting. You've got that extra light, you've got a huge array of stitches. There is so much to talk about with this machine, and those of you that do purchase today will also get an hour video of where Jayne was just on her own going through all of the different features and functions. And of course you can watch back the YouTube channel. I had a question as well come in, a couple of slides as well that Hannah wants to show you of the different features and functions. This is the one about the 780. So, as Jayne was explaining, it is a computerised machine offering outstanding quality and an astonishing number of high-level features, countless functions and an intuitive operation, simplifying sewing process, helping you save time and increase your efficiency. So it's got 350 stitches, but remember, you can then override and sort of elongate stitches and change them, adapt them to however you want to personalise it. You've got 11 buttonhole, 2 alphabets. You've got a really fast speed, maximum speed adjustable up to 1,600 per minute. There's so much to go through, but there you go. Have a bit of a read through and please do a bit of research on this, as I do not know how long the limited sort of bundle that we've put together is available for. So it's definitely worth having a look. They're just literally from Elna's website, so have a look for yourself. But just so you know, nearly £100 worth of goodies to do a project. You've got fat quarters here. You get our exclusive Aurifil, which is amazing. You will not get this bundle anywhere else, as that Aurifil is exclusive to us here at Sewing Street. Plus, you also get your wadding. $1,999. I understand it's a considered purchase, but if you were sort of thinking about it, if you love this machine, definitely worth making the most of the bundle today. I know that we did a pit stop on the overlocker as well today, which is another fantastic price at £699, to say that it has all of the amazing safety features that Jayne went through. It's got the additional things like the air threader. That's a game changer for me. I know so many people worry about threading their overlocker or struggle to thread an overlocker with the upper and lower looper. You saw how quick and easy Jayne did it. It's £699. Again, this comes with a 2-year warranty through Elna, and it is a game changer in the world of dressmaking. Okay. Thank you ever so much, as I say, to Jayne for coming in and doing a real pit stop through all of the features and functions of both machines. They're gorgeous machines, and we're very lucky to have the relationship with Jayne that we do. Tomorrow's show is going to be brilliant. We've got Jenny McCreary here, have we? That's exciting. I wonder if she is here. So at 8 a.m, we've got So Different panel dress with our lovely Jenny McCreary. At 9 o'clock, we've got July's Flower of the Month panel. At 10 o'clock, Jenny's going to be back with a long line jacket. And at 11 o'clock, we're going to be showing you Debbie Shaw's machine cover. The early bird today sold out. So if you do want a sewing machine cover, we're going to make one with Debbie tomorrow at 11. And then at 12 o'clock, we'll be repeating the bucket bag. I'm going to change that to the champagne bag. It was brilliant, wasn't it, that we had with Katharine earlier today. She did fantastic for her first time on live telly. She was absolute cool as a cucumber, despite a few things that happened that anybody else would probably panic with, and she was just so good. So thank you ever so much to Katharine for a lovely morning today. I'm back with you. I do not know, if I'm honest. I must say, I have no idea what day of the week it is still during this. I think I'm here on Tuesday next week. So enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the sun. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you're with us again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. See you then.